हेलो एवरीवन, वेलकम टू एग्जाम प्लस एकेडमी। आज की इस क्लास में हम डिस्कस करेंगे हमारे लास्ट 1 ईयर आरबीआई सर्कुलर हम कवर करेंगे अपनी आज की इस क्लास में, जिसमें हमने जनवरी से दिसंबर 2024 तक के सभी आरबीआई सर्कुलर्स लिए हैं। काफी इंपॉर्टेंट ये क्लास रहने वाली है। आरबीआई सर्कुलर्स आपका एमसीक्यूज फॉर्म में होगा, क्वेश्चन देन आंसर एमसीक्यूज फॉर्म में रहेगा और सारा कंटेंट आपको मिलेगा हिंदी और इंग्लिश, जैसा सुटेबल रहेगा क्वेश्चन के अकॉर्डिंग आपको कंटेंट भी प्रोवाइड किया जाएगा आज की इस क्लास में। लास्ट 1 ईयर आरबीआई सर्कुलर, तो ये क्लास जो है लास्ट 1 ईयर आरबीआई सर्कुलर, जिसमें लास्ट यानी कि लास्ट जनवरी 2024 से दिसंबर 2024 तक के आरबीआई सर्कुलर एमसीक्यूज फॉर्म में लिए गए हैं। आपको इस कंप्लीट क्लास का अगर पीडीएफ परचेज करना है तो आप नीचे दिए गए लिंक से पीडीएफ परचेज कर सकते हैं, मुझे व्हाट्सएप कर सकते हैं। व्हाट्सएप नंबर आपको दिया गया है। तो सारे बैंक एग्जाम्स के लिए काफी हेल्पफुल रहेगा लास्ट 1 ईयर आरबीआई सर्कुलर इन एमसीक्यूज फॉर्म। ठीक है, तो ये मेरे डिफरेंट सोशल मीडिया प्लेटफॉर्म है, इन पे आप लोग ज्वाइन कर सकते हैं। ये सभी के लिंक आपको दिए गए हैं। व्हाट्सएप का लिंक और फेसबुक का लिंक भी आपको दिया गया है। ये सब आपके लिए हेल्पफुल रहेगा एग्जाम्स के पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से, अगर आप लोग ज्वाइन करेंगे तो चलिए शुरू करते हैं हमारी आज की क्लास। देखते हैं हमारे आरबीआई सर्कुलर्स में फर्स्ट में है क्या क्या हम कवर करने वाले हैं, क्या क्या हम पढ़ने वाले हैं। तो आरबीआई इन न्यूज रहेगा। हम आरबीआई सर्कुलर्स भी इसमें पढ़ेंगे, बैंकिंग लाइसेंस, फाइन इम्पोज्ड ऑन बैंक्स, आरबीआई गाइडलाइंस और आरबीआई कहता है, ये सभी कुछ हम पढ़ेंगे अपने लास्ट 1 ईयर के जनवरी 2024 से दिसंबर 2024 तक। ठीक है, उससे पहले क्लास शुरू करने से पहले एक इम्पोर्टेंट ये जो न्यूज है ये है कि हमारे आरबीआई के गवर्नर चेंज हो गए हैं। आप में से काफी लोगों को ये पता ही होगा, तो ये इम्पोर्टेंट नोट है, इसलिए मैं आपको पहले ही बता दूं कि आरबीआई गवर्नर चेंज हो चुके हैं। पहले थे शक्तिकांता दास, अब बन गए हैं संजय मल्होत्रा। ठीक है, तो हमारे आरबीआई के नए गवर्नर बन गए हैं संजय मल्होत्रा, रिजर्व बैंक ऑफ इंडिया के 26 गवर्नर। ठीक है, 26वें गवर्नर संजय मल्होत्रा इज द 26 गवर्नर ऑफ द रिजर्व बैंक ऑफ इंडिया फ्रॉम 11th ऑफ दिसंबर 2024। तो 11 दिसंबर से इन्होंने अपना कार्यभार संभाला है। 11 दिसंबर से बन चुके हैं रिजर्व बैंक ऑफ इंडिया के नए गवर्नर संजय मल्होत्रा। ये रिजर्व बैंक ऑफ इंडिया के 26वें गवर्नर हैं, 26 ऑफ गवर्नर। ठीक है, इनसे पहले कौन थे? वो थे शक्तिकांता दास, जिन्होंने अपना 2 टर्म कंप्लीट की थी। वो 25वें गवर्नर थे रिजर्व बैंक ऑफ इंडिया के शक्तिकांता दास। अब बन गए हैं संजय मल्होत्रा। ठीक है, ये नोट है, इसको स्टार्टिंग में ही डिस्कस कर लिया है क्योंकि काफी बार ये क्वेश्चन में हर क्वेश्चन के साथ हम लोग ये डिस्कस करते नहीं चलेंगे, इसलिए हमने पहले ही बता दिया कि आरबीआई के नए गवर्नर बने हैं संजय मल्होत्रा। ठीक है, तो चलिए शुरू करते हैं अपनी क्लास को फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन के साथ। एमसीक्यूज फॉर्म में लिए गए हैं सारे आरबीआई सर्कुलर्स। तो फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन है, द आरबीआई हैज डिसाइडेड टू डिसकंटिन्यू द रिक्वायरमेंट फॉर सबमिशन ऑफ द एलआरएस मंथली रिटर्न बाय ऑथोराइज्ड डीलर कैटेगरी 1 बैंक्स। Instead, monthly reporting AD category 1 banks are not required to submit transaction-wise information on dash basis। पूछा गया है आपसे कि आरबीआई ने अधिकृत डीलर एडी श्रेणी 1 बैंकों द्वारा एलआरएस मासिक रिटर्न जमा करने की आवश्यकता को समाप्त करने का निर्णय लिया है। मासिक रिपोर्टिंग के बजाय अब एडी श्रेणी 1 बैंकों को निम्न में से किस आधार पर लेन देन वार जानकारी प्रस्तुत करने की आवश्यकता है? राइट आंसर क्या हो जाएगा इसका? ऑप्शन डी, डेली इज द राइट आंसर ऑफ दिस क्वेश्चन। It has now been decided to discontinue the requirement for submission of LRS monthly return by AD category 1 banks. Accordingly, from the reporting month of September 2024, AD category 1 banks shall not submit LRS monthly return. AD category 1 banks henceforth will be required to upload only transaction-wise information under LRS daily return CIMS return code R010 at the close of business of the next working days on CIMS। बोला गया है कि अब ये निर्णय लिया गया है कि प्राधिकृत व्यापारी श्रेणी 1 कैटेगरी 1 बैंकों के द्वारा एलआरएस मासिक रिटर्न प्रस्तुत करने की आवश्यकता को समाप्त कर दिया गया है। सितंबर 2024 के रिपोर्टिंग महीने से ही व्यापारी श्रेणी 1 बैंक LRS मासिक रिटर्न प्रस्तुत नहीं करेंगे। व्यापारी श्रेणी 1 बैंकों को अब से SIMS पर अगले कार्य दिवस के कारोबार के अंत में LRS दैनिक रिटर्न CIMS रिटर्न कोड R010 तहत केवल लेन देन और जानकारी अपलोड करने की ही आवश्यकता होगी। ठीक है। In case no data is to be furnished, AD category 1 bank shall upload a nil report। तो ये क्या होगा उस केस में होगा, यदि किसी केस में डेटा प्रस्तुत नहीं किया जाना है तो प्राधिकृत व्यापारी श्रेणी 1 बैंक जो है वो नील रिपोर्ट अपलोड करेंगे। ये था हमारा फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन RBI सर्कुलर 1 ईयर। ठीक है, चलते हैं नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन पे। What was the percentage increase in the number of employees working in the overseas branches of Indian banks as highlighted in the RBI 23-24 सर्वे? तो RBI के 2023-24 सर्वेक्षण में उजागर किए गए अनुसार भारतीय बैंकों की विदेशी शाखाओं में काम करने वाले कर्मचारियों की संख्या में कितने प्रतिशत की वृद्धि हुई है? राइट आंसर हो जाएगा 8.2% की वृद्धि हुई है। According to the RBI survey, there was an 8.2% increase in the number of employees working in overseas branches of Indian banks, highlighting the expansion of workforce to support global operations. The number of overseas branches of Indian banks saw a significant rise, indicating an expansion of their global operations. The number of overseas branches of Indian banks saw a significant rise, indicating an expansion of their ग्लोबल ऑपरेशंस। तो आरबीआई के सर्वेक्षण के अनुसार भारतीय बैंकों की विदेशी शाखाओं में कार्यरत कर्मचारियों की संख्या में 8.2% की वृद्धि हुई है, जो वैश्विक परिचालन को समर्थन देने के लिए कार्यबल के विस्तार को उजागर करता है। भारतीय बैंकों की विदेशी शाखाओं की संख्या में उल्लेखनीय वृद्धि देखी गई, जो उनके वैश्विक परिचालन के विस्तार का संकेत है। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन। Who was ranked as the top central banker globally for the second consecutive year by Global Finance magazine in 2024? तो ग्लोबल फाइनेंस पत्रिका द्वारा 2024 में लगातार दूसरे वर्ष विश्व स्तर पर शीर्ष केंद्रीय बैंकर के रूप में किसे स्थान दिया गया है? वो है आरबीआई गवर्नर शक्तिकांता दास, रिजर्व बैंक ऑफ इंडिया के। आरबीआई गवर्नर शक्तिकांता दास was ranked as the top central banker globally for the second consecutive year by Global Finance magazine in 2024. He received an A+ grade for his performance in inflation control, economic growth, currency stability, and interest rate management. The award was presented at an event in Washington, D.C., USA. Denmark Christian Kettle Thompson and Switzerland's Thomas Jordan were also ranked under the A+ category. तो आरबीआई के फॉर्मर गवर्नर कौन? शक्तिकांता दास जो थे 25वें गवर्नर, उनको मिला है लगातार दूसरे वर्ष वैश्विक स्तर पर शीर्ष सेंट्रल बैंक का दर्जा दिया गया है। He received an A+ grade for his performance in inflation control, economic growth, currency stability and interest rate management. याद रखना, उन्होंने अपना 2 बार का अपना कार्यकाल पूरा किया है शक्तिकांता दास। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन। Who among the following is not a RBI deputy governor? प्रेजेंट में आरबीआई में से कौन आरबीआई के डेप्यूटी गवर्नर नहीं है? इनमें से जो ऑप्शन आपको दिए गए हैं। तो एमडी पात्रा राइट, श्री एम राजेश्वर राव, टी रविशंकर, श्री स्वामीनाथन जी, ये सब सही है। तो जो नहीं है वो है दीपम सेठ। तो इसका राइट आंसर पूछा गया कौन नहीं है, ठीक है, तो वो हो जाएंगे ऑप्शन ई, द गवर्नर ऑफ आरबीआई जो है आरबीआई के डेप्यूटी गवर्नर डॉक्टर दीपम सेठ नहीं है। एमडी पात्रा हैं, एम राजेश्वर राव, टी रविशंकर, स्वामीनाथन ये सब हैं, तो नहीं है वो है दीपम सेठ। The government has approved a 1-year extension for M. Rajeshwar Rao as Deputy Governor of the Reserve Bank of India, effective October 9, 2024. This decision was made by the Appointment Committee of the Cabinet, chaired by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Following a notification dated October 4th, Rao's tenure was initially set for 3 years starting from October 2020, and this marks his second consecutive 1-year extension. ठीक है, आरबीआई ने सरकार ने आरबीआई के डेप्यूटी गवर्नर के रूप में एम राजेश्वर राव के लिए 1 साल के विस्तार को मंजूरी दे दी है, जो 9 अक्टूबर 2024 से हुआ है प्रभावी। तो ये निर्णय प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी की अध्यक्षता में कैबिनेट की नियुक्ति समिति द्वारा 4 अक्टूबर की अधिसूचना के बाद किया गया है और एम राजेश्वर राव के कार्यकाल शुरू में अक्टूबर 2020 से शुरू होने वाले 3 वर्षों के निर्धारित किया गया था। ये उनका लगातार दूसरा 1 साल का विस्तार हुआ है। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, हु हैज बीन अपॉइंटेड एज एमडी एंड सीईओ ऑफ बंधन बैंक? बंधन बैंक की एमडी और सीईओ के रूप में किसे अपॉइंट किया गया है? तो वो है पार्थ प्रतिम सेन गुप्ता। ठीक है, बंधन बैंक के एमडी सीईओ अपॉइंट हुए हैं पार्थ प्रतिम सेन गुप्ता। इन a significant development in the Indian banking sector, RBI has appointed Parth Pratim Sen Gupta as the MD and CEO of Bandhan Bank for a period of 3 years. Okay, किसको? पार्थ प्रतिम सेन गुप्ता। तो पार्थ प्रतिम सेन गुप्ता अपॉइंटेड comes in the wake of the resignation of Chandrasekhar Ghosh, the founder, MD and CEO of the banks, who recently stepped down from the post. तो ये important हो जाता है कि इनसे पहले कौन थे। तो इनसे पहले ये याद रखना है, वो थे चंद्रशेखर घोष। ठीक है, और चंद्रशेखर घोष जो थे वो फाउंडर थे और एमडी सीईओ भी थे किसके? बंधन बैंक के। तो ये इंपॉर्टेंट है, क्वेश्चन इस तरीके से भी आ सकता है कि प्रेजेंट में है पार्थ प्रतिम सेन गुप्ता, इनसे पहले कौन थे? तो वो थे चंद्रशेखर घोष जो फाउंडर थे और एमडी सीईओ थे बंधन बैंक के, हु रिसेंटली स्टेप डाउन फ्रॉम हिज पोस्ट। प्रेजेंट में चेयरमैन अगर पूछा जाएगा तो वो कौन है? तो डॉक्टर अनूप कुमार सिन्हा। ठीक है, ये भी आपको बता दिया गया है, चेयरमैन है डॉक्टर अनूप कुमार सिन्हा। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, ARCs shall become members of all CICs and submit the requested data to CICs as per the uniform credit reporting format prescribed by the Reserve Bank. ARCs shall put in the place system and process to ensure compliance with these guidelines latest by 1st of January 2025. ठीक है, ARC सभी CIC के सदस्य बन जाएंगे और रिजर्व बैंक द्वारा निर्धारित यूनिफॉर्म क्रेडिट रिपोर्टिंग फॉर्मेट के अनुसार सीआईसी को अपेक्षित डेटा प्रस्तुत करेंगे। एआरसी इन दिशा निर्देशों का अनुपालन सुनिश्चित करने के लिए 1 जनवरी 2025 तक सिस्टम और प्रक्रियाएं लागू करेंगे। चले नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन पे। नेक्स्ट में क्या दिया गया है आपको? एग्जैक्टली डेट दी गई है जो सर्कुलर्स रिलीज हुआ है, डेट 29th of October 2024, 43rd half yearly report on management and foreign exchange reserves April to September 2024। ठीक है, तो ये आपने पीडीएफ में या वीडियो को पॉज करके जैसे आपको सुटेबल है वो पूरा एग्जैक्ट डेटा पढ़ना है लाइन बाय लाइन। ओके, हम चलेंगे हमारे नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन पे। Who has been appointed as the ED of RBI with effect from 1st October 2024? एग्जीक्यूटिव डायरेक्टर 1 अक्टूबर 2024 से, तो वो है अविरल जैन। ऑप्शन बी, अविरल जैन। RBI has appointed Aviral Jain as executive director with effect from 1st of October 2024. Prior to being promoted to ED, Jain was serving as a regional director for Maharashtra. As executive director, he will look after the several departments for smooth functioning of RBI. Next question. Which level is now applied for the customer due diligence procedure under the RBI's updated KYC direction? Right answer, Unique Customer Identification Code level, UCIC level। ठीक है, ऑप्शन सी इज द राइट आंसर। बोला गया है कि सीडीडी प्रक्रिया अब यूआईसी विशिष्ट ग्राहक पहचान कोड स्तर पर लागू की जाएगी, जिससे नए खाते खोलने या अन्य सेवाओं का लाभ उठाने वाले मौजूदा केवाईसी अनुपालक ग्राहकों के लिए नए सीडीडी की आवश्यकता समाप्त हो जाएगी। क्या है? द सीडीडी प्रोसीजर विल नाउ बी अप्लाइड एट द यूसीआईसी, फुल फॉर्म यूनिक कस्टमर आइडेंटिफिकेशन कोड। आपने फुल फॉर्म याद करना है, ठीक है। A level eliminating the need for fresh CDD for existing KYC compliant customer opening new accounts of or availing other services. Next question. What is the main purpose of the framework introduced by RBI and SEBI on 11th of November 2024 for foreign portfolio investors, FPIs? Right answer, to allow FPIs exceeding the 10% equity limit to reclassify their investments as foreign direct investment FDI. ठीक है, the Reserve Bank of India and SEBI introduced the framework on 11th of November 2024. The framework allows FPIs that exceeds the 10% equity limit in an Indian company to reclassify their investment as FDI, enabling streamlined compliance and investment process. ठीक है, तो आरबीआई और सेबी ने 11 नवंबर 2024 को एक रूपरेखा पेश की। ये रूपरेखा एफपीआई को भारतीय कंपनी में 10% इक्विटी सीमा से अधिक निवेश करने पर अपने निवेश को एफडीआई के रूप में पुनः वर्गीकृत करने की अनुमति देती है, जिससे अनुपालन और निवेश प्रक्रियाओं को सुव्यवस्थित किया जा सके। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, RBI permitted to offer pre-sanctioned credit line through the UPI for which of the following? Right answer, small finance bank. ठीक है, RBI ने स्मॉल फाइनेंस बैंक के लिए यूपीआई के माध्यम से पूर्व स्वीकृत क्रेडिट लाइनें प्रदान करने की अनुमति दी है। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, कुछ की हाइलाइट्स मैंने दिया है, ये आप देख सकते हैं। की हाइलाइट्स फ्रॉम द आरबीआई फाइनेंशियल स्टेबिलिटी रिपोर्ट दिसंबर 2024। ओके, क्या है इसमें? फर्स्ट, एसेट क्वालिटी ऑफ बैंक्स, projections of NPS, economic growth forecast, liquidity deficit, regulatory compliance और non-banking financial companies NBFCs। ठीक है, ये सभी कुछ आपने अच्छे से पढ़ना है, लाइन बाय लाइन पढ़ना है। चलें नेक्स्ट पे। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन में क्या पूछा गया है? The Reserve Bank of India has directed banks to take immediate steps to lower the number of frozen or inactive accounts and make the process of activating them easier and less complicated. An inoperative account is a saving or current account that has not had any transaction from customers for at least how many years? At least 2 years. Option B is the right answer. The RBI has instructed banks to urgently take necessary actions to reduce the number of inoperative frozen accounts and ensure that the process of activating such accounts is made smoother and hassle-free. Okay, inoperative accounts like a saving or current account that has had no customer-induced transaction for at least 2 years. Next question. RBI is introducing Mule Hunter, a model-based or machine learning ML and AI. Which city had the highest level of mule activity? Right answer, option C, Bhubaneswar. Option C is the right answer. तो RBI मशीन लर्निंग और एआई पर आधारित मॉडल म्यूल हंटर पेश कर रहा है। किस शहर में? तो भुवनेश्वर में म्यूल हंटर की गतिविधि का स्तर सबसे अधिक था। आरबीआई इज रोलिंग आउट द एआई एंड एमएल बेस्ड मॉडल कॉल्ड म्यूल हंटर AI to detect mule banks account used in financial frauds. Geographic distributions of mule activity. The highest mule activity was observed in Bhubaneswar, 14% of total mule activity, followed by Lucknow and Navi Mumbai, and the other cities like Mumbai, Bengaluru and Cuttack with lesser percentage. Okay, next question. The RBI increased the maximum for collateral-free agricultural loans from 1.6 lakh rupees to 2 lakh per borrowers. Bank must adopt the revised lending limitations by 1st of January 2025. RBI ने प्रति उधारकर्ता जमानत मुक्त कृषि ऋण की अधिकतम सीमा 1.6 लाख रुपीस से बढ़ाकर 2 लाख कर दी है। बैंकों को 1 जनवरी 2025 तक संशोधित ऋण सीमाएं अपनानी होंगी। RBI has raised the limit for collateral-free agricultural loans from rupees 1.6 lakh to rupees 2 lakh per borrower. The limit was previously increased from 1 lakh to 1.6 lakh in 2019. Banks are required to implement the revised loan limit by 1st of January 2025. Okay. The new limit applies to all scheduled commercial banks, including regional rural banks and small finance banks, state cooperative banks and district central cooperative banks. Next question. A group to create a free AI in the financial industry has been suggested by the RBI. What does the first E in free AI stands for? Right answer, option B, ethical. Option B, ethical is the right answer. The Reserve Bank of India has proposed the formation of a committee to develop a framework for responsible and ethical enablement of AI, free AI in the financial sector. Next question. Recently, the Reserve Bank of India has proposed the creation of a new benchmark for the interest rate derivatives market based on secured money markets known as SORR. What's the first R in SORR? Option C, rupee is the right answer. SORR, secured overnight rupee rate. ठीक है. The Reserve Bank of India has proposed the introduction of a new benchmark for the interest rate derivatives market based on a secured money markets. This benchmark will be known as the secured overnight rupee rate. Rationale and background. The proposal follows recommendations from the MIBOR committee and feedback received. Next question. How many tons more of gold were moved by the RBI from the Bank of England to save storage facilities in India on Dhanteras? Right answer, option B, 102. Okay, option B is the right answer. On Dhanteras, the RBI transported an additional 102 tons of gold from the Banks of England to secure storage facilities within India. Next question. What was the minimum percentage of capital market funding is required of non-banking finance companies by the Reserve Bank of India? Option D, 25% is the right answer. Reserve Bank of India has mandated the upper layer NBFCs must secure a minimum of 25% of their total borrowing from capital market instruments. First, this includes instruments like commercial papers, non-convertible debentures, external commercial borrowings. Next question. In which year had the Reserve Bank of India goal of meeting cash demands following the demonetizations of the rupees 500 and rupees 1000 notes been accomplished when it began to remove the rupees 2000 bank note on May 19, 2023? Option C, 2016 is the right answer of this question. Reserve Bank of India initiated the withdrawal of rupees 2000 bank note on 19th of May 2023, stating that the objective of fulfilling currency needs post to the demonetizations of rupees 500 and rupees 1000 notes in 2016 had been achieved. तो आरबीआई ने 19 मई 2023 को 2000 रुपयों के नोटों को प्रचलन से बाहर करने की पहल की, जिसमें कहा गया कि 2016 में 500 और 1000 रुपए के नोटों के विमुद्रीकरण डिमोनेटाइजेशन के बाद मुद्रा की जरूरतों को पूरा करने का उनका उद्देश्य पूरा हो गया है. ठीक है, इसलिए ये किया गया. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. Recently, the Reserve Bank of India updates KYC norms to comply with anti-money laundering regulations. In which year were the revisions made to the Prevention of Money Laundering, Maintenance of Records Rule and the Unlawful Activities Prevention Act UAPA instructions? Right answer, option A, 2005 is the right answer. Reserve Bank of India has announced the amendments to the Master Directions on KYC on November 6, 2024, and the amendment provision in the Master Directions shall come into force with immediate effect. Alignment with PMLA and UAPA rules, the amendments align with recent changes in the Prevention of Money Laundering, Maintenance of Records Rule 2005 and the Unlawful Activities Prevention Act UAPA instructions. Next question. Which company will create a web series about the 90 years history of the Reserve Bank of India with the goal of raising financial literacy and public awareness of the RBI contribution to the Indian economy? Star India is the right answer, option B. Star India will produce a web series on the Reserve Bank of India's 90-year journey aimed to enhancing public understanding of the RBI role in India's economy and contributing to financial literacy. The Reserve Bank of India was established in 1935 and completed 90 years in April 2023. Selection process. The RBI issued a request for proposal in July 2023 for web series. Star India Private Limited won the land tender of for rupees 6.5 crore. Next question. The Reserve Bank of India said that HDFC Bank, ICICI Bank and SBI will remain designated as domestic systematically important banks. How many buckets are there under the domestic systematically important banks classification for banks? What is the right answer? Option A, 5 is the right answer. RBI announced that SBI, HDFC and ICICI Bank will continue to be identified as domestic systematically important banks. The D-SIB designated banks have to maintain additional common equity tier 1 in addition to the capital conservation buffer. In order to be listed as a D-SIB, a bank needs to have assets that exceed 2% of the national GDP. Banks are classified into 5 buckets under domestic systematically important bank D-SIBs. Okay, ये एक बकेट है, बकेट 5 4 3 2 1. Banks SBI, HDFC, ICICI. Additional common equity tier 1 requirements as a percentage of risk-weighted assets RWA. ये आप इसको वीडियो को पॉज करके देख सकते हैं. नेक्स्ट. Recently, which companies' limit on loan approval and disbursements were removed by the RBI with immediate effect? Navi Finserv. Option B. RBI lifted restrictions on Navi Finserv concerning the sanction and disbursal of loans effective immediately. Navi Finserv was previously prohibited from sanctioning and disbursing loans since October 17, 2024 due to issues related to its pricing policy, specifically the weighted average lending rate (WAR) and excessive interest paid the charge over its cost funds. Next question. The RBI has issued a new order requiring banks to install note sorting machines (NSMs) that adhere to the most recent standards, from which date will banks only be allowed to use NSM models that RBI has certified and adhere to the new standards. Right answer 1st of May 2025. RBI ने एक नया आदेश जारी किया है जिसके तहत बैंकों को नोट sorting मशीन NSM लगाने की आवश्यकता है जो नवीनतम मानकों का पालन करती है. किस तारीख से ये बैंकों को केवल उन NSM मॉडल का उपयोग करने की अनुमति होगी जो BIS प्रमाणित हैं और नए मानकों का पालन करते हैं? वो होगी 1 मई 2025 से. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. The Reserve Bank of India has granted banks and ATMs operators certain leeway to implement the cassette exchange system for ATM cash replacement. When was the deadline for banks to adopt the cassette swap implementation roadmap that the RBI requested? 31st of March 2025. तो RBI ने बैंकों और ATM ऑपरेटरों को ATM में नकदी भरने के लिए कैसेट एक्सचेंज सिस्टम लागू करने के लिए कुछ छूट दी है. RBI द्वारा अनुरोधित कैसेट स्वैप कार्यान्वयन रोडमैप को अपनाने के लिए बैंकों के लिए समय सीमा 31 मार्च 2025 तक थी. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. The Durga Cooperative Urban Banks located in Vijayawada has had its license revoked by the Reserve Bank of India, which Deposit Insurance and Credit Guarantee Corporation यानी कि DICGC Act would allow depositors to make insurance claims up to rupees 5 lakh. Right answer 1961. क्या बोला गया है इसमें कि विजयवाड़ा में स्थित दुर्गा सहकारी शहरी बैंक का लाइसेंस RBI द्वारा रद्द कर दिया गया है. किस वर्ष के जमा बीमा और ऋण गारंटी निगम यानी कि DICGC अधिनियम के तहत जमाकर्ताओं को 5 लाख तक बीमा दावा करने की अनुमति दी गई थी? तो 1961 इज द राइट आंसर. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. In financial year 25, the RBI intends to start a cloud services pilot program to provide reasonably priced local good data storage for financial institutions. In 2023, the cloud services industry in India was estimated to be worth $8.3 billion, by which year is it expected to reach $24.2 billion? What is the right answer of this question? Right answer 2028. 2028 ऑप्शन सी इज द राइट आंसर ऑफ दिस क्वेश्चन। बोला गया है कि फाइनेंशियल ईयर 2025 में आरबीआई वित्तीय संस्थानों के लिए उचित मूल्य पर स्थानीय क्लाउड डेटा स्टोरेज उपलब्ध कराने के लिए क्लाउड सेवा पायलट कार्यक्रम शुरू करने का इरादा रखता है। 2023 में भारत में क्लाउड सेवा उद्योग का मूल्य 8.3 बिलियन डॉलर होने का अनुमान है। किस वर्ष तक? 2028 तक इसके 24.2 बिलियन डॉलर तक पहुंचने की उम्मीद है। इनिशियल फंडिंग 229.74 billion rupees will come from the RBI Asset Development Fund. Next question. When will the RBI begin extending the board supervision of Abhyudaya Cooperative Bank Limited for an additional 12 months? Right answer. November 24, 2024. 24th of November 2024 is the right answer. बोला गया है कि RBI अभ्युदय सहकारी बैंक लिमिटेड के बोर्ड के पर्यवेक्षण के अतिरिक्त 12 महीने के लिए कब बढ़ाना शुरू करेगा? तो 24 नवंबर 2024 इसका सही आंसर। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, हाउ मेनी पर्टिकुलर बुकलेट्स इन संताली OLCheck have been developed by RBI Odisha office to raise awareness of financial literacy among the tribal population? Right answer option B, fifth is the right answer. जनजातीय आबादी के बीच वित्तीय साक्षरता के बारे में जागरूकता बढ़ाने के लिए आरबीआई ओडिशा कार्यालय द्वारा संताली ओलचिक में कितनी विशेष पुस्तिकाएं विकसित की गई हैं? तो 5 विशेष पुस्तिकाएं विकसित की गई हैं। In addition to Odisha, the booklets will be distributed in states like Jharkhand, Bihar, West Bengal, Assam and Tripura, where there is a significant Santali speaking population. Next, how many crore were pumped into the banking system by RBI through a variable rate repo auction to control liquidity and prevent banks borrowing costs from rising? Right answer, rupees 25,000 is the right answer. 25,000 crore, ठीक है, rupees 25,000 crore is the right answer. Next question, a program for rewarding professors who published original books in Hindi covering how many subjects has been introduced by the Reserve Bank of India? What is the right answer? Option D, 3 is the right answer. RBI ने कितने 3 विषयों पर हिंदी में मौलिक पुस्तकें प्रकाशित करने वाले प्रोफेसरों को पुरस्कृत करने की योजना की है? Next question, who among the following deputy governor of RBI has announced plans to develop an ecosystem for data analytics to improve supervisory functions? Swaminathan. Option B, Swaminathan is the right answer. Next question, RBI has initiated a program to stimulate original study and writing in Hindi on bank, finance and economics. How many lakh of rupees are awarded to active or retired professor of Indian institutions through this plan for publishing works on banking, finance or economics that were originally published in Hindi? Right answer, rupees 1,25,000. Option A is the right answer. RBI has initiated a scheme to promote original writings and research in Hindi on economics, banking and financial subjects. Next question, the Reserve Bank of India MIBOR panel supports the transitions to a benchmark based on the secured money market. When does the RBI invite stakeholders and the publics to provide feedback on the committee findings before making final recommendation? 15th of November 2024 is the right answer. RBI का मिबोर पैनल सुरक्षित मुद्रा बाजार पर आधारित बेंचमार्क में बदलाव का समर्थन करता है। अंतिम सिफारिशें करने से पहले आरबीआई हितधारकों और आम जनता के समिति के निष्कर्षों पर प्रतिक्रिया देने के लिए कब आमंत्रित करता है? ठीक है, ये क्वेश्चन में पूछा गया है। इसका राइट आंसर है 15 नवंबर 2024। नेक्स्ट, the RBI published on its website a research paper named Status of Digital Financial Literacy, in which highlight bottlenecks and way forward under the project paper. What is the right answer? Lakshadweep Island is the option B is the right answer. Option B is the right answer of this question. The RBI placed on its website a research study titled Status of Digital Financial Literacy in Lakshadweep Island Bottlenecks and Way Forward under the project research study. Next question. Recently, both state-run and private banks have received a directive from the Reserve Bank of India to desist from placing large wagers against the Indian rupee. As the rupee approached a historic low of dash per US dollar, the directives were discussed over the phone informally. What is the right answer? 83.9850 is the right answer. RBI has asked state-run and private banks to refrain from the making aggressive bets against the Indian rupee. The instructions were communicated informally via phone calls as the rupee neared a record low of 83.9850 per US dollar. Next question. A white label ATM's license was given by the RBI to electronic payment and services and ATM outsourcing firm situated in Mumbai. In India, EPS takes over as the dash white label ATM operator. Fifth, okay. RBI granted a white label ATM license to Electronic Payment and Services, a Mumbai-based ATM outsourcing company. With this license, EPS becomes the fifth white label ATM operators in India, joining Tata Communication Payment Solutions, India First Payment, Hitachi Payment, and Vekrangi. Next question. The Reserve Bank of India has increased the transactions limit for UPI Lite and UPI 123 Pay in an effort to promote the broader use of these UPI services. Which year did the UPI first started? 2016. RBI enhanced transactions limit UPI 123 Pay and UPI Lite to encourage wider adoptions of the UPI products UPI 123 Pay, UPI Lite. Next question. RBI is formulating guidelines for novel capital raising mechanism for urban cooperative banks, including the premium price share sale. Which year was the announcement of the first rules for the issuance and regulations of share capital and securities for UCBs? 2022. Option C is the right answer of this question. Next question. Who are required to review and modify their systems and devices to ensure accessibility for persons with disabilities according to the RBI guidelines? Both banks and authorized non-bank payment providers is the right answer. RBI के दिशा निर्देशों के अनुसार विकलांग व्यक्तियों के लिए पहुंच सुनिश्चित करने के लिए अपने सिस्टम और उपकरणों की समीक्षा और संशोधन करना किसको आवश्यक है? तो both banks and authorized non-bank payment provider. Next question. What was the value of the current situation index CSI, the RBI Consumer Confidence Survey for September 2024? 94.7 is the right answer. RBI released the results of its September 2024 Consumer Confidence Survey on 9th of October 2024. Next question. Which Mumbai-based company has recently been granted a white label ATM license by the Reserve Bank of India? हाल ही में मुंबई स्थित किस कंपनी को RBI द्वारा व्हाइट लेबल ATM लाइसेंस प्रदान किया गया है? तो प्रदान किया गया है EPS इलेक्ट्रॉनिक पेमेंट एंड सर्विसेज. ऑप्शन डी इज द right answer. Next question. Recently, the RBI released a guidance note for regulated enterprises which include banks, non-banking financial companies, NBFCs, authorized people and payment system operators. In which year the guidance note on management of operational risk covered just commercial banks? What is the right answer? 2005. Option D is the right answer of this question. Next question. For RTGS, full form real-time gross settlement, and NEFT, the RBI is recommending a new features that would enable remitters to confirm the recipient's identity prior to completing payments. What was the RTGS minimum transfer limit? RTGS minimum transfer limit is rupees 2 lakh. Option A is the right answer. Next question. Recently, the governor of RBI issued a warning saying that relying too much on AI might might jeopardize the stability of the financial system. How many major trade currencies are settled by India's real-time gross settlement system RTGS that operates around the clock? Right answer option C 3 is the right answer. बोला गया है कि हाल ही में आरबीआई के गवर्नर शक्तिकांत दास ने चेतावनी जारी करते हुए कहा कि एआई पर बहुत अधिक निर्भरता वित्तीय प्रणाली की स्थिरता को खतरे में डाल सकती है। भारत की रियल टाइम ग्रॉस सेटलमेंट प्रणाली यानी कि आरटीजीएस द्वारा कितनी प्रमुख व्यापारिक मुद्राओं का निपटान किया जाता है जो 24 घंटे काम करती हैं? तो वो है 3. RTGS expansion, he suggested exploring the feasibility of expanding India's 24/7 real-time gross settlement system to settle transactions in major trade currencies like the US dollar, euro and British pound through bilateral or multilateral agreements. Next question. Which year prior to license cancellation or loan cycle completion does the RBI order credit institutions to provide borrower credit information to credit information companies? Right answer 2005. RBI has mandated credit institutions to provide credit information of onboarded borrowers to credit information companies. Next question. Recently, in October 24, the RBI is closely watching the slowdown of foreign investment in fully accessible government bonds as a result of global market volatility affecting domestic debt markets. What year was the FAR category of government securities introduced? Right answer 2020. Option B is the right answer of this question. RBI is closely monitoring the slowing of foreign investment in fully accessible government bonds due to global market volatility impacting local debt markets. Next question. RBI has expanded the number of regulated enterprises who have access to its negotiated dealing system order matching NDSOM electronic trading platform as a result of their inclusion in JP Morgan's emerging market bond index, which goes into effect on what date. The move is in line with growing trading of government securities. Right answer January 2025. Option C is the right answer of this question. RBI widened access to its negotiated dealing system order matching electronic trading platform to more regulated entities. Next question. A RBI study indicates that India's overall software services exports, including those provided by overseas affiliates of Indian businesses, climbed from $200.6 billion in the previous fiscal year to $205.2 billion in 23-24. With regard to 54% of software exports, which nation was the biggest destination? Right answer USA. Option B, USA is the right answer. According to RBI survey, India's total exports of software services, including services delivered by foreign affiliates of Indian companies, increased to $205.2 billion during the 23-24, $200.6 billion in the previous fiscal. Next question. The RBI lifts the lending limitations placed on the non-banking subsidiary of JM Financial. What location is JM Financial headquarter? Maharashtra. Option B, Maharashtra is the right answer. Maharashtra means Mumbai. ठीक है. JM Financial founded in 1973, headquarter Mumbai, Maharashtra, और chairperson Nimesh Kampani. Next question. How much of a fine was levied on SG Finserv Limited, previously known as the Mungipa Securities, by the Reserve Bank of India? Right answer 28.30 lakh rupees. Option A is the right answer. RBI imposed penalty of rupees 28.30 lakh on SG Finserv Limited, formerly known as Mungipa Securities. Next question. The RBI intends to use bilateral or multilateral agreements to extend the RTGS system and enable transactions in the US dollar, euro and British pound. Which of the following claims does not apply? Right answer. Global cross-border payments are projected to exceed $150 trillion in value by 2027, according to the Bank of England. Option C is the right answer of this question. Next question. How many finance companies are prohibited by the RBI from approving and disbursing new loans? Right answer. Option A, 4 is the right answer. RBI has banned 4 finance companies from sanctioning and disbursing new loans due to excessive interest rates charged to borrowers. The companies affected by the ban include Navi Finserv, DMI Finance, Asirvad Microfinance Limited, Arohan Financial Services Limited. Next question. The digital rupee, also known as the central bank digital currency, is the subject of a pilot project being carried out by the Reserve Bank of India. With more than 50 lakh subscribers, how many banks are involved in the present digital rupee pilot? Right answer. Option B, 16 is the right answer of this question. RBI is conducting a pilot project from the CBDC known as the digital rupee. CBDC pilot scale, the current digital rupee pilot has over 50 lakh users and includes 60 participating banks. Next question. For academic institutions faculty, the RBI has launched a scholarship program. How many rupees will be the chosen scholar receive each month for the duration of the project? Rupees, what is the right answer? Option D. Rupees 50,000 is the right answer of this question. RBI has introduced a scholarship schemes for faculty members for academic institutions. Application must be submitted by the 5th of next month. Project duration, the research project can last a maximum of 3 months. Financial support, selected scholars will receive a monthly allowance of 50,000 rupees during the project. Next question. Which nation's exchange center LLC had its certificate of authorization withdrawn by the Reserve Bank of India for non-compliance with regulatory requirements? UAE. Option D is the right answer of this question. RBI revoked the certificate of authorization of UAE Exchange Center LLC for failing to comply with regulatory requirements. Next question. RBI took action against Navi Finserv and which company, prohibiting them from issuing and disbursing loans due to unreasonably high interest rates charged borrowers? Right answer. Asirvad Microfinance. Option A is the right answer of this question. RBI took action against Navi Finserv and Asirvad Microfinance, barring them from sanctioning and disbursing loans due to excessively high interest rates changed to borrowers. Next question. How much crore were added to the banking system by the RBI through an auction for variable rate repo? VRR. Right answer. Rupees 25,000 crore is the right answer of this question. Reserve Bank of India injected rupees 25,000 crore into the banking system through the VRR, full form variable rate repo auction. Next question. In an effort to revolutionize the lending industry, RBI intends to introduce the ULI, full form Unified Lending Interface, nationwide. Where was the Unified Lending Interface unveiled by the RBI governor in August 2024 during the Global Conference of Digital Public Infrastructure on Emerging Technologies? Right answer. Option B, Bangalore is the right answer of this question. RBI plans to launch the ULI at a national level to transform the lending sector. Next, the Consumer Confidence Survey is a regular survey the RBI conducts to find out how the public feels about the state of the economy. How many cities frequently do the survey? 19. Option C, 19 is the right answer. RBI regularly conducts the Consumer Confidence Survey to gauge public sentiment on economic condition. The September 2024 round of the CCS has been launched. Survey cities. The survey is conducted regularly in 19 cities. Ahmedabad, Bengaluru, Bhopal, Bhubaneswar, Chandigarh, Chennai, Delhi, Guwahati, Hyderabad, Jaipur, Jammu, Kolkata, Lucknow, Mumbai, Nagpur, Patna, Raipur, Ranchi and Tiruvananthapuram. Next question. The RBI has received a formal application from AU Small Finance Bank requesting permission to change its status from the Small Finance Bank to a universal bank. At the conclusion of a preceding quarter, what was the minimum net worth in crores? Right answer, rupees 1000 crore. Option A is the right answer. AU Small Finance Bank has formally applied to the RBI for approval to transition from a small finance bank to a universal bank. RBI invitation for application from Small Finance Bank to become universal banks was issued on April 26, 2024. Next question. According to Section 7A of Citizenship Act 1955, a foreign national of Indian descent who has registered as an OCI cardholder is considered an overseas citizen of India by the RBI. When was the OCI program launched? 2005. Option D is the right answer. RBI has clarified to banks that overseas citizenship of India OCI cardholders are eligible for education loan for studies abroad provided they are residing in India. Same content here in Hindi. Next question. The RBI suggested that banks maintain 5% runoff factor on retail deposits that are available digitally in order to mitigate the danger of large-scale withdrawal through digital channels such as internet or mobile banking. Where are the new regulations expected to go into effect? April 2025 is the right answer. RBI proposed that the banks hold an additional 5% run-off factor on digitally accessible retail deposit to manage risk of mass withdrawal via digital platform like internet or mobile banking. Next question. To satisfy the future cash demands of expanding economy, the RBI intends to completely rebuild its currency management infrastructure over the course of the next 4 to 5 years. By March 31st, 2024, the amount of coins in circulations grew to, what is the right answer? 132.35 BPCS. Option A is the right answer. RBI plans to comprehensively revamp its currency management infrastructure over the next 4 to 5 years to meet future cash demands of the growing economy. Next question. Which organization regulates C2 Trends operation under the Trade Receivables Discounting System TRADES program, which supports India's MSME sector by allowing invoice discount? Right answer, RBI, Reserve Bank of India is the right answer. The SIDBI has partnered with C2 Trends and UGRO Capital to facilitate loans to the MSME sector. Next question. To create a framework for managing loan default, the RBI published the master directions on the treatment of willful defaulters and large defaulters. A borrower having an outstanding balance of rupees 1 crore or more is considered a significant defaulter. RBI Treatment of Willful Defaulter and Last Defaulter Direction 2024. Effective date: the directions will come into force 90 days after being posted on the RBI website. Definitions of last defaulter. A last defaulter is a borrower with an outstanding amount of rupees 1 crore or more. Next question. RBI report on currency and financing discusses informal financing. What percentage of rural families' outstanding loans are received from informal lenders? Right answer, 31%. Option A is the right answer. As per the RBI report on currency and finance, informal finance is still thriving in rural India despite the penetration of the formal financial sector. Among the total outstanding loan of rural households, 31% is sourced from informal lenders. Next question. To maintain uniformity in the handling of the reserve for prudential purposes, the Reserve Bank of India amendment in its guidelines on BDDR for cooperative banks. What is the meaning of the second D in BDDR? Right answer, debt. Option A, debt is the right answer. RBI issued revised instruction on bad and doubtful debt reserves for cooperative banks to ensure uniformity in the treatment of the reserve for prudential purposes. Next question. RBI Digital Rupee Initiative is accepting applications for inclusion from Google Pay, Phone Pay and Amazon Pay. Which year did the Reserve Bank of India begin testing the e-rupees as a digital money substitute? Right answer 2022. Option C is the right answer. India fintech firms Cred and MobiKwik are the other two that have applied to join the pilot. The Reserve Bank of India started a pilot for the e-rupee, a digital alternative to the physical currency, in December 2022. Next question. The fit and proper certificates that the RBI has bestowed upon 3. Right answer option C 3. Prospective buyers of IDBI banks have opened the door for their future takeover of the bank. RBI has granted fit and proper certificates to 3 potential suitors for IDBI banks, paving the way of their possible acquisitions of the bank. Next question. The RBI has implemented the check truncation system, which allows for continuous check clearing. There will be a reduction in the clearance cycle from the present T+1 days to a few hours. RBI has proposed continuous clearing of checks under the checks truncation system with on resolution settlement, replacing the current 2 working day clearing cycle. Next question. In order to improve transparency, the Reserve Bank of India has mandated fortnightly credit information reporting. When will this take effect? Right answer January 1st, 2025 is the right answer. Option C. RBI has decided to increase the frequency of reporting of credit information by lenders, including banks and NBFCs, to credit information companies from monthly intervals to fortnightly basis or shorter intervals. Next question. What is the new maximum limit for tax payment made through the UPI that the RBI has capped from rupees 1 lakh to per transaction? Rupees 5 lakh. Option D is the right answer. RBI has raised the upper limit for tax payment through the UPI from rupees 1 lakh to rupees 5 lakh per transaction. UPI growth. UPI payment reported a 45% year-on-year growth according to the National Payment Corporation of India. Next question. The Reserve Bank of India Monetary Policy Committee has proposed a new procedure to expedite the clearance of checks in a matter of hours. Instruments that comply with CTS 2010 requirements are the only ones that may be submitted for CTS clearance. The Monetary Policy Committee of the RBI has proposed clearing checks in just a few hours, broadening efforts to improve customer service at banks. CTS 2010 standards. Only CTS 2010 standards compliant instruments can be presented for clearing through CTS. Next question. The Reserve Bank of India offers policies for model risk management in credit regulations. The comprehensive instructions that the central bank established will be implemented in 3 months. Option A, 3 months is the right answer. RBI proposed to lay down principles for management of model risk in credit for banks and other regulated entities with a view to ensuring prudence and robustness. Implementations of timeline. The central bank laid down detailed guidelines on it, which will come into force in 3 months. Next question. For digital payments, the Reserve Bank of India recommends using software tokens, biometrics, and PIN as alternative authentication methods. The point of sale terminals allow contactless small value card presents transactions up to what amount of rupees? Right answer rupees 5,000. RBI proposed alternative methods of additional factor authentications for digital payments, including password PIN software tokens and biometric like fingerprints. Next question. The Reserve Bank of India has released master directions for non-banks payment system operators on cyber resilience and digital payment security controls. Out of the following statements, which one is correct? Right answer. Large non-bank PSO must apply by 1st of April 2025, correct? Medium non-bank PSO must comply by 1st April 2026, correct? Small non-bank PSO must apply by 1st April 2027. Correct. Right answer हो जाएगा all are correct. Option D is the right answer of this question. Next question. The Reserve Bank of India has released draft guidelines to streamline the onboarding and monitoring of Aadhaar-enabled payment system operators in order to combat fraud. How many key elements make up KYC? Right answer, option D. 3 is the right answer of this question. Reserve Bank of India released draft guidelines for streamlining the onboarding and monitoring of Aadhaar-enabled payment system operators to counter frauds perpetuated through the ecosystem. Next question. Content आप देख सकते हैं. Next question में क्या बोला गया है? The Reserve Bank of India proposes a publicly repository for digital lending apps to combat unauthorized user. Previously, in September 2022, the RBI issued rules on digital lending. RBI proposed to create a public repository of digital lending apps in a bid to address problem arising from mushrooming unauthorized players in the segment. Next question. Which company has been granted with a certificate by the Reserve Bank of India proving that it is a non-banking financial company under the NBFC ICC? So L&T, Larsen and Turbo, option B is the right answer. L&T Finance Limited received a certificate of registration as a NBFC Investment and Credit Company NBFC ICC from the RBI. Effective date the registration is dated 2nd of August 2024. Next question. According to RBI, NBFC depositors have 3 months to take an early withdrawal of their whole balance. When will these modifications take effect? Right answer, 1st of January 2025. Option C is the right answer of this question. Next, the regulatory structure of HFCs and NBFCs is intended to be unified by the RBI after how many months? After 90 months. Deposits now have to be repaid between 12 to 60 months. Next पे चलेंगे. RBI, the nation's central bank, is ranked dash among all central banks in world by total assets according to the Sovereign Wealth Fund Institute SWFI. Right answer, option A, 12 is the right answer. Central bank play a crucial role in maintaining economic stability and growth by implementing stable monetary policy and ensuring financial stability. Next question. The findings of the RBI Bi-monthly Consumer Confidence Survey for July 2024 were made public. The most recent poll round, which included 6,062 respondents, was carried out in July 2024. What percentage of the respondents in this sample were female? Right answer, 54.4% is the right answer of this question. RBI released the results of its bi-monthly consumer confidence survey for July 2024. Female respondents accounted for 54.4% of this sample. Next question. Which section of the Companies Act 2013 requires a not-for-profit corporation to be registered as an applicant for designations as an SRO? Section 8 is the right answer of this question. RBI issued a framework for recognitions of self-regulatory organizations in the financial market space to help strengthen compliance culture and provide consultative platform for policy making. Next, the RBI 90 quiz is now available for undergraduate college students. According to the statements from the RBI, how many seconds is the time restriction for each of 36 multiple choice questions on this time quiz with varied degree of difficulty? Right answer, 25 seconds is the right answer of this question. RBI announced the launch of the RBI 90 quiz for college students at the undergraduate level. Quiz format: this is timed quiz with 36 multiple choice questions of varying difficulty level and 25 second time limit to answer each question. The total quiz durations 15 minutes. Next question. As per the report, the lenders must abide by new guidelines established by the RBI before classifying loan accounts as fraudulent. How many days must be allowed to borrowers to reply to the show cause notice SCN? 21 days is the right answer. Option C. RBI has developed new standards for lenders to follow before categorizing loan accounts as fraudulent. The guidelines follow as a Supreme Court judgment dated 27th of March 2023, which mandates that borrowers must be given a hearing before their accounts are classified as fraud. Details so cause notice. The RBI has updated its master directions on fraud risk management, in which it has been mandated that lenders have to issue a detailed so cause notice to persons, entities, and promoters, whole time and executive directors against whom there are allegations of fraud. Next question. According to the RBI data, overseas Indians deposited around how many billion in NRI deposit scheme in April-May financial year 25, which is more than 4 times the amount deposited in similar schemes in the same period previous year. Right answer $3 billion. Option A is the right answer. According to the data released by the RBI, overseas Indian deposited close to $3 billion in non-resident Indian NRI deposit scheme in April-May financial year 25, which is over 4 times higher than the amount deposited in these schemes in the same period last year. Next question. RBI has established a committee to assess the charge structure for white label ATM. Sunil Mehta, CEO of the IBA, Indian Banks Association, head the committee. How many licensed non-bank organizations are now operating white label ATMs in the country? Right answer option B, 4 is the right answer. The Reserve Bank of India has set up a committee to review the fee structure for white label ATMs. The committee is headed by IBA Chief Executive Sunil Mehta. Next question. Which payment business with its headquarters in Bengaluru has been granted permission by the RBI to function as a payment aggregator cross-border PACB? Cash free. Option D, cash free is the right answer. Cash free payment as a Bengaluru-based company has received approval from the RBI to operate as a payment aggregator cross-border. License type. Cash free payment is one of the first non-bank to receive this PACB license. It has been approved as a PACB in the export and import category. Non-banks must have minimum net worth of rupees 15 crore at the time of application. Next question. What amount of bonds did the Reserve Bank of India recently sell in the secondary market? 34 billion. Option B, 34 billion is the right answer. RBI recently sold 34 billion rupees $406 million worth of bonds in the secondary market. This move is likely aimed at absorbing excess cash in the banking system due to inflow into the nation's debt after its inclusion in global index. Next question. RBI began a quarterly assessment of manufacturing business called Order Book Inventories and Capacity Utilizations, OBICUS. What year did the RBI begin conducting the quarterly OBICUS survey? Right answer 2008 is the right answer. RBI launched quarterly order book inventories and capacity utilization OBICUS survey of companies in the manufacturing sector. RBI has been conducting the OBICUS survey quarterly since 2008. New order quantitative data on new orders receiving during the reference quarter, order backlog, order pending at the beginning and the quarter of the quarter. Next question. As per the July 24 reports, how much penalty was levied on Yes Bank by the RBI for not exchanging notes with damage? Right answer rupees 10,000. Option B. RBI imposed a penalty of rupees 10,000 on Yes Bank for not exchanging multilateral notes. Reason for penalty. The penalty was imposed under the scheme of penalties for bank branches including currency chest based on the bank's performance in customer service, specifically regarding the exchange of multilateral notes. Next question. As per July 2024, which states Simsa Sahkara Bank had its license revoked by the RBI because of its deteriorating financial situation. Karnataka. RBI cancelled the license of Simsa Sahkara Bank, Niyamitha Muddur, Mandya district, Karnataka due to its worsening financial position. Next question. RBI has permitted banks to utilize Brickwork Rating India Private Limited ratings for loans of up to how much crore? Rupees 250 crore is the right answer. RBI has allowed banks to use ratings by Brickwork Ratings India Private Limited for loan up to rupees 250 crore. Brickwork Rating assigns rating for all limits sanctioned by all banks while undertaking a bank loan rating exercise. Next question. How many ASEAN Association of Southeast Asian nations central banks have partnered with the RBI and the Bank for International Settlement to work on Project Nexus, a multilateral international project to facilitate retail cross-border payment? What is the right answer? Option B, 4 is the right answer. RBI has joined hands with the Banks for International Settlement and Central Bank of 4 ASEAN Association of Southeast Asian nations countries to collaborate on Project Nexus, a multilateral international initiative to enable retail cross-border payment. Next question. RBI proposes streamlining the rules that regulates import and export transactions. How many months must pass between the date of goods shipment and the date of service invoice before the total export value of the items is realized and repatriated to India? Right answer, 9 months. Option D, 9 months. RBI has proposed rationalizations of norms governing export and import transactions to promote ease of doing businesses and empower banks to deliver quicker and more efficient services to foreign exchange customers. Next question. What is the name of the collaborative initiative between the RBI and ASEAN countries for cross-border retail payment? Project Nexus. Option B. RBI has joined a force with ASEAN countries to create a platform for instantaneous cross-border retail payment. This collaborative initiative, known as Project Nexus, aims to interlink the fast payment system of India and 4 ASEAN nations, Malaysia, Philippines, Singapore and Thailand. By doing so, it will revolutionize cross-border transactions, making them more efficient, faster and cost-effective. The platform is expected to go live by 2016, and once functional, it will play a crucial role in enhancing retail cross-border payments. Next question. What is the primary objective of the Finquiry initiative by RBI? To help fintech companies navigate the regulatory environment. Option B is the right answer. RBI launched an initiative called Finquiry to allow fintech companies to directly discuss and seek clarification on regulatory matters with RBI officials. Next question. What was the theme of the RBI conference for statutory auditors and CFOs? Advancing assurance in banking supervision. Option B is the right answer. RBI recently held a conference for the statutory auditors and chief financial officer of commercial banks and all India financial institutions on July 9th, 2024 in Mumbai. The theme of the conference was Shared Vision, Shared Responsibility, Advancing Assurance in Banking Supervision. Next question. Under the new permission of RBI, banks can obtain fresh rating from Brickwork Ratings for banks loans up to rupees 250 crore. Option B is the right answer. RBI has recently lifted restrictions on banks using rating from Brickwork Rating India Private Limited. After 2 years of forbidding fresh rating due to regulatory concerns, banks can now utilize Brickwork Rating assessments for calculating risk weight for capital adequacy purposes. Next question. Which of the following statement is correct regarding e-mandates for recurring transactions? Okay. Which of the following statements are correct? RBI exempted to auto replacement of FASTags and NCMC balances from the 24 hours pre-debit notification requirement. Correct. While processing the first transactions in e-mandate based recurring transaction series, AFA validation shall be performed. Correct. The cap limit for e-mandate based recurring transactions without AFA will be rupees 2000 per transaction. Correct. Right answer option C. 1, 2 and 3 all are correct. Option C is the right answer. The RBI has revised its e-mandate framework to exempt auto replacement of FASTags and NCMC balances from the 24 hours pre-debit notification requirement. This change aims to simplify the process for recurring transactions that are irregular in timing. Next question. What is the ranking of the RBI in the Sovereign Wealth Fund Institute's SWFI Top 100 Largest Central Bank rankings by total assets for 2024? Option C, 12th is the right answer. RBI has been ranked 12th globally in the Sovereign Wealth Fund Institute's Top 100 Largest Central Banks ranking by total assets for 2024, announced on August 1st, 2024. Next question. Which of the following statement is correct regarding the limit of fund transfer using UPI? For normal UPI, the transaction limit is up to rupees 1 lakh per transaction. Correct. For few specific categories of transactions in UPI like capital markets, collections, insurance, foreign inwards remittances, the transactions limit is up to 2 lakh. Third, for tax payment, hospital and educational institutes with public IPO and retail tax scheme, the limit is up to 5 lakh per transaction. Is correct. Option A. 1, 2 and 3 all are correct. Okay. It's a table of payment and limit, payment category, normal UPI transactions and up to 1 lakh. आप इसको वीडियो को पॉज करके या पीडीएफ डाउनलोड करके देख सकते हैं। ये सारा ही कंटेंट जो आपको दिख रहा है स्क्रीन पे, ये सभी कुछ एज इट इज आपको पीडीएफ में मिल जाएगा। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, credit institutions be required to report credit information under the new RBI regulation starting January 2025? Every 15 days. Option D is the right answer. On 8th of August 2024, RBI increased the frequency of credit information reporting by credit institutes to credit information companies from a monthly basis to a fortnightly basis. Next question. Which of the following statement is correct regarding Tata Capital? Conversion from a bank to an NBFC? Wrong. It's a wrong. Conversion from a non-banking financial company core investment company to a non-banking financial company investment credit company. It's a right. Merger with Tata Sons? Wrong. Option D, second only is the right answer. RBI has approved Tata Capital conversion from NBFC CIC to a NBFC ICC. This change followed the merger of Tata Capital with Tata Cleantech Capital and Tata Capital Financial Services. This transformation signifies Tata Capital shifts to an operating company, paving the way for its potential listing. Next question. As per Master Directions, Non-Banking Financial Company P2P Lending Platform Reserve Bank Directions 2017, what is the maximum amount in a single borrower can borrow across all P2P platform? Right answer, rupees 10 lakh. Option C is the right answer. On 16th of August 2024, RBI has updated the Master Directions for NBFC P2P lending platform, NBFC P2P Direction 2017. Okay. Same exposure limits, lending exposure, borrower exposure, platform. Okay, you can check there in the PDF. Next question. What is the new risk weight for standard commercial real estate residential building exposures for housing finance company? 75%. Option A is the right answer. RBI recently issued a notification on August 12/2024 regarding the review of risk weights for housing finance companies. Risk weight assets for disbursed loans, risk weight for commercial real estate residential building. Next question. Who is the chairperson of the RBI expert committee on benchmarking of statics? Right answer, MD Patra, Michael Debrata Patra. Option B is the right answer. The RBI has recently set up an expert committee on benchmarking of statics. Next question. RBI and dash countries. Right answer, ASEAN countries. Option B. RBI and ASEAN countries to create a platform to facilitate instantaneous cross-border retail payment. Option B is the right answer. RBI has joined Project Nexus, a multilateral initiative to enable instant cross-border retail payment by interlinking domestic fast payment system. Same content here. Nexus, conceptualized by the Innovation Hub of the Banks for International Settlements, aims to connect FPs of 4 ASEAN countries, Malaysia, Philippines, Singapore, and Thailand and India, which would be the founding members and first movers. Next question. What is proposed time period for merchanting exporters to make a payment for goods bought overseas and receive payments for those products sold in third countries? Right answer, option C, 180 days is the right answer. RBI proposal to rationalize regulations for export and import transactions is aimed at simplifying and streamlining process for the trading community. ये सारा कंटेंट आपको पीडीएफ में मिल जाएगा एज इट इज. आप पीडीएफ भी डाउनलोड कर सकते हैं, परचेज कर सकते हैं. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. The Reserve Bank of India has announced that the Financial Inclusion Index (FI) index has risen to 64.2 in March 2024, up from 60.1 in March 2023. About the Financial Inclusion Index, the FI index is published annually in July. कुछ important points हैं regarding the Financial Inclusion Index. FI index is a comprehensive measures of financial inclusion ranging from 0 to 100, with 0 representing complete financial exclusion and 100 indicating full financial inclusion. Next point, the index is based on 97 indicators covering banking, investment, insurance, postal services, and pension. Next point, it was developed in consultation with the government and sectoral regulators. The measures ease of access, availability, uses, and quality of financial services. The improvement in the index was driven by growth across all sub-indices, with the usage dimension contributing the most to the overall increase. The index has been constructed without a base year, reflecting the cumulative efforts of all stakeholders towards financial inclusion over the years. Next question. According to the revised directions, what must regulated entities ensure before classifying individual or entities as fraud? Compliance with the principle of natural justice. Option C is the right answer. It's an overview, object and implementation and purpose. इसको आप वीडियो को पॉज करके या पीडीएफ डाउनलोड करके कंटेंट को लाइन बाय लाइन पढ़ सकते हैं. नेक्स्ट है कैटेगराइज फॉर फ्रॉड रिपोर्टिंग. चलेंगे हम हमारे नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन पे. सारा कंटेंट आप लोग देख सकते हैं, लाइन बाय लाइन आपको पढ़ना है. RBI has increased the aggregate ways and means advances WMA limit for state government and union territories to rupees 60,118 crore effective July 1st, 2024. RBI has increased the aggregate WMA limit for state governments and UTs to rupees 60,118 crore effective July 1st, 2024. The previous WMA limit was rupees 47,010 crore. Next question. RBI launches inquiry to allow fintech directly engaged with the regulator. When it will be available? Last working Wednesday of every month from 3 to 5 p.m. Next question. RBI revised domestic money transfer framework. This updated guidelines will come into effect from, what is the right answer? 1st of November 2024. Option B is the right answer. On 24th of July, the RBI issued a new framework on domestic money transfer for regulated firms, making stricter KYC record standard, focusing on banking services and payment system. Some key points are important. You can check there. Next question. Digital payment across the country saw a what percent year-on-year rise as of 31st of March 2024. What is the right answer? Option B, 12.6 is the right answer. Increased digital payment, RBI Digital Payment Index values release. Same content here in Hindi. Next question. RBI issued prompt corrective action PCA framework for primary urban cooperative banks, which will effective from 1st of April 2025. RBI issued a PCA framework for primary cooperative banks effective from 1st of April 2025. Next question. According to the RBI measuring productivity at the industry level, the India KLEMS database, India's employment rate provisionally grew at 6% in financial year 24 from a growth of 3.2% in financial year 23. The KLEMS data offers insights into 5 key production inputs: capital, labor, energy, material, and services. KLEMS, the database over 27 industry aggregated into 6 sectors. Next question. RBI allows resident Indians to open foreign currency accounts in GIFT City. What is the full form of GIFT City? Gujarat International Finance Tech City. Option B is the right answer. Resident Indians can now open foreign currency account at GIFT City under the liberalized remittance schemes. These accounts can be used for sending gifts to friends abroad, buying property, purchasing insurance, making fixed deposit, education loan payments, and funding overseas travel. RBI Governor Saktikanta Das asks banks to step up efforts to fight digital fraud. Some important points are here. Discussion topics are there. Governance and risk management, cybersecurity and fraud prevention, banking sector resilience, credit and deposit growth gap, unsecured lending, rupees for cross-border transactions, bank performance. All topics are here. इन सारे पॉइंट्स को आप देख सकते हैं, इनको जरूर देखना है लाइन बाय लाइन, ठीक है। पीडीएफ से देखिए, वीडियो को पॉज करके देखिए, जैसा आपको कंफर्टेबल सुटेबल है वैसे देखिए। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. What is the theme of 5th cohort of regulatory sandbox? Neutral. NEUTRAL. RBI announced the selection of 5 entities for the test phase of regulatory sandbox theme. Neutral 5th cohort initially announced in October 2023. The RBI received 22 applications, of which 5 has been selected for the test phase. These are the sandbox entity and descriptions. Some numbers are here, and regarding the descriptions of the number, you can check there. Next question. As per master directions on treatment of willful defaulters and large defaulters, all regulated entities, including lenders, must submit information to all credit information companies on large defaulters at monthly intervals. Banks and NBFC must examine the willful default aspect in all non-performing asset accounts with outstanding amount of rupees 25 lakh and above. All regulated entities, including lenders, must submit information to all credit information companies on last defaulters at monthly intervals. Definition: willful defaulters, last defaulters. Willful defaulters are borrower or guarantor who has committed willful default with an outstanding amount of rupees 25 lakh and above. Last defaulter are defaulter with an outstanding amount of rupees 1 crore and above, where a suit has been filed, the account has been classified as doubtful or loss. Next. RBI issues final directions on cybersecurity controls for non-bank PSO. What is the full form of PSO? Payment System Operators, option C. Timelines for large PSO, timeline for medium PSOs, timeline for small PSOs. ये सब आपको हिंदी में भी मिलेगा, आप देख सकते हैं. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन पे चलेंगे. क्या बोला गया है? Consider the following statement regarding exemption from AFA for Aadhaar-enabled payment system touchpoint operators. Right answer. तो आधार सक्षम भुगतान प्रणाली टच पॉइंट ऑपरेटरों के लिए AFA से छूट के संबंध में निम्नलिखित कथनों पर विचार करें. Which of the following statement is true? Small value card transaction up to rupees 5,000. It's true. E-mandates for recurring transactions such as credit card bill payment, mutual funds and insurance premium is true. Digital toll payments and offline payment transaction up to rupees 7,500 is true. Option C. First, second and third is all true. In response to increased instances of fraud within the Aadhaar-enabled payment system, the RBI has issued draft guidelines aimed at strengthening the onboarding and ongoing monitoring processes for AEPS touchpoint operators. Some key provisions are here with different points. Next question. According to the new RBI guidelines, what can primary urban cooperative banks do with the balances in their dividend equalization fund as a one-time measures? Transfer them to general reserves or free reserves. Option D. RBI has issued new guidelines for primary urban cooperative banks regarding the treatment of dividend equalization fund DEF. Some important points are here. You can check in the PDF. Next question. What percentage of global GDP is currently constituted by the digital economy? 15% is the right answer. Report on Currency and Finance 23-24 released by RBI. This comprehensive report provides insight into India's economic performance, financial sectors and policy measures. Some highlights from the reports. Digital economy growth, factors driving growth, digital public infrastructure, social welfare, challenges and recommendations. ये सारे ही पॉइंट आपको मिल जाएंगे हिंदी में भी, आप देखना चाहें हिंदी में आप देख सकते हैं. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. What is the new criteria of bulk deposit in scheduled commercial bank? Term deposit of ₹3 crore. Option C is the right. On a review, it has been decided to revise the definition of bulk deposit for all scheduled commercial banks, excluding RRBs, small finance bank and local area banks. The term bulk deposit would now mean single rupee term deposit of ₹3 crore and above for scheduled commercial banks, excluding and small finance bank. Single rupee term deposit of ₹1 crore and above for local area banks as applicable in case of regional rural banks. It's a table. You can check. समीक्षा के बाद सभी अनुसूचित वाणिज्यिक बैंकों आरआरबी को छोड़कर स्मॉल फाइनेंस बैंक रीजनल बैंकों के लिए थोक जमा की परिभाषा को संशोधित करने का निर्णय लिया गया है. A master direction Reserve Bank of India direction to 2016 March 3 2016 updated as on 7th of June 2024. Definitions Existing section definition, amendment section definition. All points are here. You can check. आप इसको जैसे सुटेबल है आपने पढ़ना जरूर है, इसको लाइन बाय लाइन पढ़ना है, इस कंटेंट को मिस कुछ नहीं करना है। पीडीएफ को परचेज करके पढ़िए या वीडियो को पॉज करके पढ़िए, लेकिन कंटेंट जरूर पढ़ना है। नेक्स्ट पे चलेंगे। What type of offshore funds can listed Indian companies and resident individual invest in after the RBI's new norms? Right answer. In any instrument regardless of its form and in funds set up as limited partnership, LLCs, VCCs, companies or trust. Option C is the right answer. The RBI has allowed listed Indian companies and resident individual to invest in offshore funds that are regulated through their fund managers. These investments can be in any instruments regardless of its form and funds set up as limited partnership, LLCs, VCCs, companies or trust. Next question. Exim Bank of India supported line of credit of 23.37 million US dollar to which country? Guyana. भारतीय एग्जिम बैंक ने किस देश गुयाना को, देश कौन सा, गुयाना को 23.37 मिलियन अमेरिकी डॉलर की ऋण सहायता प्रदान की है। Exim Bank has entered into an agreement dated 15th of March 2024 with the Government of the Cooperative Republic of Guyana for making available to the latter Government of India supported line of credit of 23.37 million US dollar for procurement of two Hindustan 228-201 aircraft from Hindustan Aeronautics Limited. Next question. What new flexibility has the RBI provided to AD Category 1 banks in the recent circular International Trade Settlement in INR? Opening additional special current accounts for settlement of export and import transaction. As per the updated guidelines, authorized dealer category 1, AD category 1 banks that were allowed to open as an additional special current account specifically for the settlement of export transactions may now utilize it for import transaction as well. Next, with effect from financial year 24-25, a higher weight 125% shall be assigned to the incremental priority sector credit in the identified district where the credit flow is comparatively lower per capita PSL less than rupees 9,000. Option D. To address regional disparities in the flow of priority sector credit in the district level, it was decided to rank district on the basis of per capita credit flow to priority sector and build an incentive framework for districts with comparatively lower flow of credit and a disincentive framework for districts with comparatively higher flow of priority sector credit. ये सारे ही पॉइंट्स आपने देखने हैं वीडियो को पॉज करके या पीडीएफ डाउनलोड करके, जैसे आपको सुटेबल है। ठीक है, हिंदी इंग्लिश दोनों में दिए गए हैं। ये कोई एमसीक्यूज नहीं है, ये एक आपके लिए आरबीआई सर्कुलर लिया गया है। ठीक है, कैन बैंक लोन्स अगेंस्ट गोल्ड बी क्लासिफाइड अंडर प्रायोरिटी सेक्टर? आप अपने ओपिनियन रख सकते हैं, जो भी आपको लगे ओपिनियन। तो यहाँ पर क्या बनता है वो देखते हैं। क्या सोने के बदले बैंक ऋण को प्राथमिकता क्षेत्र के अंतर्गत वर्गीकृत किया जा सकता है? व्हाट्स योर ओपिनियन? The PSL guidelines are activity and beneficiary specific, are not based on type of collateral. Therefore, bank loans given the individual business for undertaking agricultural activities do not automatically become ineligible for priority sector classification only on account of the fact that underlying asset is gold, jewelry, ornament, etc. Next. Are foreign banks with less than 20 branches permitted to by PSLC General for achieving the target of 8% of lending to other than exports? Yeah. It's only a circular. Foreign banks with less than 20 branches are not allowed to buy PSLC journal for achieving their 8% target of lending to sectors other than exports. However, such banks are allowed to buy PSLC agricultural, PSLC micro enterprises, and PSLC small and marginal farmers for the same. Next, MCQs. Which bank has been excluded from the second schedule of the RBI Reserve Bank of India Act 1934? Nagar Urban Cooperative Bank Limited. Option A is the right answer. It is advised that Nagar Urban Cooperative Bank Limited has been excluded from the second schedule to the Reserve Bank of India Act 1934 wide notification. It's a registration number dated on April 1st, 2024. Next question. Which organization is partnering with the Reserve Bank of India to host Harbinger 2024? Apex. Option B, Apex. Theme 1, Zero Financial Frauds. Theme 2, Being Divyang Friendly. Being part of Harbinger 2024 gives an opportunity to the participants to get mentored by the industry experts and exhibit their innovative solutions before an amendment jury and win exciting prizes under each problem statement. It's a 3 statements. Amount is 40 lakh, 20 lakh and 5 lakh. Next. What is the theme of fourth cohort of the regulatory sandbox? Prevention and mitigations of financial frauds. Option B is the right answer. In the fourth cohort of regulatory sandbox with prevention and mitigations of financial frauds as the theme, 6 entities were to commence testing of their product, which was communicated via press release dated January 5th, 2023. It's a sandbox entity and descriptions you can check there. Next question. RBI has decided to put in place a revised framework on currency swap agreement for SAARC countries for the period 2024 to 2027. What is the total corpus of the rupee support? 250 billion rupees is the right answer. Option B. Under the framework for 24-27, a separate INR swap window has been introduced with various concessions for swap support in Indian rupee. The total corpus of the rupee support is rupees 250 billion. The RBI will continue to offer swap arrangement in US dollar and euro under the separate US dollar euro swap window with an overall corpus of 2 billion US dollar. The currency swap facility will be available to all SAARC member countries subject to their signing the bilateral swap agreements. Next question. RBI has decided to put in place RBI recently released an updated guidance note on operational risk management and operational resilience. What is the primary purpose of this update? What is the right answer? To emphasize the importance of lenders recovering from disruptions. Option C is the right answer. The RBI released an updated guidance note on operational risk management and operational resilience for lenders on 1st of May 2024. This note aligns RBI regulation with international best practices and the Basel Committee on Banking Supervision principles. Here's some summary of key points. Updates. RBI guidance focuses on operational resilience, aligns with BCB's principles. Next question. According to the new rules, what is the maximum risk banks can take in the stock market in a day? Right answer, option D, 10% is the right answer. RBI made some changes on 3rd of May 2024 to the rules for banks when they are involved in stock market transactions. These changes are related to the T+1 settlement system, which means the transactions is settled on the next day. Banks can only risk up to 30% of the money they are moving around in the stock market in a day. RBI on May 8 issued the directions on the margin for derivatives contracts which will come into force with immediate effect. Next question. What is the maturity period of the floating rate bonds? तो floating rate bond की maturity अवधि क्या है? Option C 7 years. RBI announced an 8% interest rate on the floating rate saving bonds 2034. Unlike traditional bonds with fixed interest rate, the interest rate on the FRSB 2020-2034 will be adjusted every 6 months based on the average yield of recent auction for short-term government debt. Some points are here, important points. The interest rate is variable at will be reset every 6 months. The current rate for next 6 months, April 30 to October 29, 2024 on the FRB bonds will be 8%. Same content here in Hindi. Next question. What is the purpose of REC Limited setting up a subsidiary in Gift City? Right answer, to diversify its portfolio and explore new growth avenues. Option D is the right answer of this question. The RBI has given a no objection certificate to REC Limited, a leading non-banking financial company under the Ministry of Power for setting up a wholly owned subsidiary. Next question. What is the main goal of the RBI proposed new rules for project finance? यानी कि परियोजना वित्त के लिए RBI के प्रस्तावित नए नियमों का मुख्य लक्ष्य क्या है? राइट आंसर, to manage risk associated with long-term infrastructure projects. Option B is the right answer. The Reserve Bank of India proposed new rules for project finance in early May 2024. The main goal is to manage risk associated with infrastructure projects that take a long time to complete. Some key features are here: higher provisioning during construction, provisioning linked to project stage, stricter timelines for NPA क्लासिफिकेशन. ये सारे कंटेंट आपको हिंदी में भी मिल जाएंगे, आप देख सकते हैं. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. व्हाट वाज द नेट इनकम ऑफ द रिजर्व बैंक ऑफ इंडिया फॉर द ईयर 23-24? राइट आंसर 2.11 lakh crore. Option C is the right answer of this question. The RBI net income surged to 2.11 lakh crore, significantly up from 87,420 crore the previous year. This increase was driven primarily by higher interest earning from foreign securities. The central bank balance sheet expanded by 11.08%, reaching 70.48 lakh crore rupees as of 31st of March 2024. Unclaimed deposit with bank increased by 26% to 78,213 crore by the end of March 2024. These deposits are transferred to the RBI Depositor Education and Awareness Fund if they remain unclaimed for over 10 years. Next question. What is the name of the portal that allow individual or entities to apply online for regulatory approvals, license and authorizations from RBI? Right answer option D प्रवाह. बोला गया है उस पोर्टल का नाम क्या है जो व्यक्तियों या संस्थाओं को RBI से नियामक अनुमोदन, लाइसेंस और प्राधिकरण के लिए ऑनलाइन आवेदन करने की अनुमति देता है. राइट आंसर है प्रवाह. Reserve Bank of India launched 3 major initiatives. First, Pravah Portal, Retail Direct Mobile App. Third, FinTech Repository. What is the Pravah Portal? Pravah Portal, it is a centralized, secure web-based platform that allow individuals or entities to apply online for regulatory approvals, license and authorizations from the RBI. The portal includes 60 application forms across various regulatory and supervisory departments of the RBI, enabling applicants to track the status of their applications and receive timely decisions. Some key features: submit applications online directly through the portal, track and monitor the status of your application or reference, respond to any clarification or queries raised by RBI, receive decision from the RBI within a specified time frame. सेम कंटेंट आपको हिंदी में मिलेगा, आप देख सकते हैं. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन है According to RBI, value of foreign currency notes sold by FFMC's non-bank ADs category second to the public for permitted purposes should not be less than how much percent? 75% is the right answer. Of the value of the foreign currency notes purchased from other FFMC's ADs or on a quarterly basis. It has been decided that from 1st July 2024, foreign currency notes sold by FFMC non-bank ADs category to the public for permitted purposes should not be less than 75% of the value of foreign currency notes purchased from the FFMC ADs or a quarterly basis. Data of such sale and purchase should be maintained and made available for audit inspection. FFMC's ADs selling foreign currency may also ascertain for the sale to public requirement of the buying FFMC's non-banks ADs category second by seeking relevant data from such entities. ये कंटेंट आप देख सकते हैं. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन में क्या बोला गया है? Borrowing against gold jewelry increased by what time from 2018 to 19 to 2023 to 2024? 2018-19 से 2023-24 तक सोने के आभूषणों के बदले उधार में कितनी वृद्धि होगी? तो वो होगी 5 times. ऑप्शन डी इज द राइट आंसर. Indians borrowed over rupees 1 lakh crore by mortgaging their gold jewelry in the fiscal year 23-24. This amount represents a 5-fold increase compared to the borrowing figure in 2018-19. The rapid growth in gold loans is the fastest observed in recent years, leading the RBI to issue warnings to banks and financial institutions. Next question. What was the net claims of non-residents on India by the end of December 2023? दिसंबर 2023 के अंत तक भारत पर गैर निवासियों के शुद्ध दावे क्या थे? 370.4 billion US dollar. Option C is the right answer of this question. The report showed a significant rise in reserves asset by 34.8 billion US dollar during the third quarter of 23-24, which constitutes over 85% of the increase in foreign assets held by Indian residents. Meanwhile, the net claims of non-residents in India declined by 12.2 billion US dollar during October 2023, culminating at 370.4 billion US dollar by the end of December 2023. Next question. What was the reason for deferring the implementations of the new rules for foreign exchange derivatives? Right answer, the market participants requested more time. तो विदेशी मुद्रा डेरिवेटिव के लिए नए नियमों के कार्यान्वयन को स्थगित करने का क्या कारण था? The RBI aimed to tighten the norms around currency derivatives trading the curb speculative activities in this market segment. RBI underscored that the regulatory framework for exchange-traded currency derivatives has remained consistent over the years. Next question. After guidelines from RBI, SBI and Standard Chartered Bank India carried out a credit default swap trade worth 25 crore on 4th of April 2024. आरबीआई के दिशा निर्देशों के बाद एसबीआई और स्टैंडर्ड चार्टर्ड बैंक इंडिया ने 4 अप्रैल 2024 को 25 करोड़ मूल्य का क्रेडिट डिफॉल्ट स्वैप व्यापार किया. SBI and Standard Chartered Bank India carried out a credit default swap trade worth 25 crore rupees on 4th of April 2024. Credit default swap and derivatives instruments that provide a form of insurance against the risk of default of the issuer of a bond. Next question. Which of the following has received RBI note to operate as an online payment aggregator? CAMS. CAMS ऑनलाइन भुगतान एग्रीगेटर के रूप में काम करने के लिए आरबीआई की मंजूरी मिली है. दिस ऑथराइजेशन वाज रिसीव्ड अप्रैल 10th of April 2024. The company had previously received an in principle authorization from RBI back in February 2023. CMS Payment Business Unit CAMS Pay currently serves clients which include mutual fund, insurance companies, banks and NBFCs. Next question. What does the PPI license allow Revolt to do in India? Right answer, issue prepaid cards and prepaid wallets. PPI लाइसेंस रिवॉल्ट को भारत में इशू करने का प्रीपेड कार्ड्स और प्रीपेड वॉलेट अनुमति देता है. The Reserve Bank of India has indeed granted in principle approval to Revolt for a prepaid payment instruments license on 12th of April 2024. This approval enables Revolt to issue prepaid card and prepaid wallets in India, allowing it to operate as a domestic player in the market. Same content in Hindi and English, you can check on the PDF also. Next question. What is the minimum net worth required for a non-bank payment aggregator physical point of sale by 31st of March 2028? Rupees 25 crore is the right answer. RBI has recently issued a derivative to all payment aggregators to undertake due diligence of merchants onboarded as per RBI norms. This is a part of RBI efforts to regulate the payment ecosystem. The due diligence of all merchants by payment aggregators shall be completed by 30th of September 2025. The RBI has directed the aggregators to monitor transactions activity of merchants on an ongoing basis. Based on its transactions pattern, the merchant shall be migrated to a higher category of customers due diligence (CDD). Non-bank payment aggregators have been asked to register themselves with the Financial Intelligence Unit India and provide the needed information as desired by the said unit. As of the payment aggregator physical point of sale, the RBI has also announced that all the non-banks providing these services shall now have a minimum net worth of rupees 15 crore at the time of authorization. Moreover, minimum net worth of rupees 25 crore is required by 31st of March 2028. सेम कंटेंट आपको मिल जाएगा हिंदी में, पीडीएफ में भी आप देख सकते हैं. ये सभी कुछ कंटेंट आपको पूरा पीडीएफ में मिलेगा जैसे क्लास में दिया गया है. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन पे चलेंगे. What is the purpose of the key fact statements as per the derivatives issued by the Reserve Bank of India? तो आरबीआई द्वारा जारी निर्देशों के अनुसार मुख्य तथ्य विवरण का उद्देश्य क्या है? To enhance transparency and reduce information asymmetry on financial products. Option B is the right answer of this question. क्या बोला गया है? The KFS is a statement of key facts about a loan agreement in a simple and easy to understand language provided to the borrowers in a standardized format. It includes critical information about terms of the loan agreement, including the all-inclusive interest cost. This measure is aimed at enhancing transparency and reducing information asymmetry on financial products offered by different regulated entities, thereby empowering borrowers to make informed financial decisions. This directive applies to all new retail and MSME terms loans sanctioned on and or after 1st October 2024, including fresh loans to existing customers. Next question. What is the new minimum capital requirement for ARCs as per the new master direction? Rupees 300 crore. Option C is the right answer. The master directions provides comprehensive guidelines and instructions for ARCs. One of the significant changes is the increase in the minimum capital requirement for ARCs. It has been raised rupees 300 crore compared to rupees 100 crore as on 11th of October 2022. Next question. Which bank is the first bank to successfully execute RBI programmable CBDC pilot? Right answer, IndusInd Bank. On 22nd of April 2024, IndusInd Bank announced the successful execution of the Reserve Bank of India programmable CBDC pilot, making it the first bank to do so. As part of this pilot, IndusInd Bank initiated the programmable CBDC disbursements to 50 farmers in the Ratnagiri district of Maharashtra and plans to cover around 1,000 farmers going forward. This marks a significant milestone in the adoption of innovative financial solutions for the agricultural sector. The project involves IndusInd Bank crafting digital wallets and managing CBDC transfer alongside partners including CIH, which is a sponsor agency for the project, and a climate tech company. Next question. What is the minimum net worth requirement for SFB seeking a universal banking license? Right answer, 10 billion rupees is the right answer. These criteria are essential for SFBs to transition into full-fledged bank and offer comprehensive services to both retail and corporate clients. Here are key requirements. Some points are important. Operational trade track record, net worth, capital adequacy, profitability, limited non-performing assets, market listing, existing promoter shareholding plans, diversified loan portfolios, detailed rational assessment, guidelines and norms upon transition. सेम कंटेंट आपको हिंदी में मिल जाएगा, आप देख सकते हैं. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, how do these FEMA regulations benefit Indian companies? By reducing administrative complexities. Option D is the right answer. The Reserve Bank of India has recently introduced FEMA regulations to simplify the process of Indian companies directly listing on international stock exchange. FEMA regulation aims to create conducive environment for Indian companies seeking to list directly on international exchange, ultimately contributing to their global expansion on success. Next question. What is the purpose of the partnership between NABARD and RBI Innovation Hub? Right answer, to revolutionize digital agricultural lending. Option B is the right answer of this question. On 27th of April 2024, the NABARD National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development partnered with RBI Innovation Hub to revolutionize digital agricultural lending in India. Next point. Integrating NABARD's e-KCC loan origination system portal with the public tech platform for frictionless credit will streamline the lending process for Kisan credit card loans. Approximately 351 districts and state cooperative banks and 43 RRBs will benefit from this integration, reducing loan processing times from weeks to 5 minutes. The initiative aims to provide instant doorstep credit to India's 120 million farmers, fostering rural prosperity and frictionless finance. Next question. What is the investment limit for foreign portfolio investor in government securities for the financial year 24-25? Right answer 6%. Option B is the right answer of this question. RBI stated that the FPI limits for investment in state government securities and corporate bonds will remain unchanged at 2% and 15% respectively of the outstanding securities stocks for financial year 25. The allocation of incremental changes in the G sections limited for over the two subcategories, general and long term, will be retained at 50:50 for 24-25. Furthermore, the aggregate limit of the notational amount of credit default swaps sold by FPIs will be 5% of the outstanding stock of corporate bonds. Accordingly, the additional limit of rupees 2,54,500 crore has sent out for financial year 25. Next question. What is the minimum net worth that an entity operating ETPs must maintain according to the draft framework? Right answer, rupees 5 crore. Option D is the right answer. The key points include maintaining a minimum net worth of rupees 5 crore, being a company incorporated in India, and conforming to all applicable laws and regulations, including the Foreign Exchange Management Act 1999 for any non-resident shareholding. The entity is also required to maintain robust technology infrastructure. The RBI has invited comments and feedback on the draft from relevant parties by 31st of May 2024. Next question. When is the effective date of the amalgamation of Fincare Small Finance Bank with AU Small Finance Bank? Right answer, 1st of April 2024. Fincare Small Finance Bank और AU Small Finance Bank के विलय की प्रभावी तिथि है 1 अप्रैल 2024. This merger, one of the initial consolidations in the relatively new small finance bank sector, has received approval under the powers vested in subsection of Section 44A of the Banking Regulation Act 1949 as stated by the central banks. As per the agreement between the two bank shareholders, of Fincare Small Finance Bank will receive 579 equity share of AU Small Finance Bank for every 2000 share held. These acquisitions will give Jaipur headquarters AU a foothold in southern India and pave its entry into the microfinance business. All the branches of Fincare Small Finance Bank will function as branches of AU Small Finance Bank from 1st of April 2024. Next question. The revised Bharat Bill Payment System framework applicable to which of the following? Right answer, only NPCI Bharat Bill Payment Limited and only Bharat Bill Payment Operating Units BBPOUs. राइट आंसर हो जाएगा ऑप्शन ए एंड बी बोथ. ठीक है, ऑप्शन सी इज द राइट आंसर. RBI has put in place a revised regulatory framework for Bharat Bill Payment System based on a review of developments in the payment landscape. The new framework applicable from 1st April 2024 seeks to streamline the process of bill payments, enable greater participation and enhance customer protection. The revised framework will apply to NPCI Bharat Bill Pay Limited and Bharat Bill Payment Operating Units. These directions out of the roles and responsibilities of the system operators and system participants. Next question. सेम कंटेंट हिंदी में आप देख सकते हैं. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन में क्या बोला गया है? What were the serious deviations observed by the RBI in the gold loan portfolio of IIFL Finance Limited? Right answer, deviations in assaying and certifying purity and net weight of the gold at the time of sanction of loans and at the time of auctions upon defaults. Option A is the right answer. The regulators observed certain material supervisory concerns in the gold loan portfolio of the company, including serious deviations in assaying and certifying purity and net weight of the gold at the time of sanction of loans at the time of auction upon defaults. These violations significantly and adversely impact customers' interest. Despite the RBI engagement with the company's senior management and statutory auditors on these deficiencies, no meaningful corrective action has been evidenced so far. Next question. What is the main aim of the directives issued by RBI to card networks to ensure greater choice and flexibility for customer? Option D is the right answer. Card issuers shall not enter into any arrangement or agreement with card networks that restrains from them from availing the services of the card networks. ठीक है. Card issuers shall provide an options to their eligible customers to choose from multiple card networks at the time of issue. For existing cardholder, this option may be provided at the time of next renewal. The directives defines authorized card networks as American Express Banking Corporation, Diners Club International Limited, Mastercard Asia Pacific Limited, National Payment Corporation of India, Rupee and Visa Worldwide Limited. Both card issuer and networks must adhere to these requirements in existing agreements upon amendment or renewal as well as in new agreements. These directions do not apply to credit card issuer with fewer than 10 lakh active कार्ड्स. आपको सेम कंटेंट मिलेगा हिंदी में ये सारे पॉइंट्स के साथ. जिसको पढ़ना है हिंदी में समझना है वो समझ सकते हैं वीडियो को पॉज करके या पीडीएफ डाउनलोड करके. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. What does the UDGM stand for? UDGAM. Right answer, Unclaimed Deposit Gateway to Access Information. Option C is the right answer of this question. As of 4th of March 2024, there are 30 banks registered on the UDGM portal. UDGM, which stands for Unclaimed Deposit Gateway to Access Information, is a centralized web portal developed by the Reserve Bank of India. These 30 banks covered around 90% of unclaimed deposit in value terms in the Depositors Education and Awareness Fund of RBI. The remaining banks are in the process of getting onboarded. Customers can register on the UDGM platform using their mobile number. Once registered, they can search for unclaimed deposits under their name and provide additional inputs such as PAN, voter ID, driving license and passport number. Next question. What is the main aim of the RBI and Bank Indonesia MOU? तो RBI और बैंक इंडोनेशिया समझौता ज्ञापन का मुख्य उद्देश्य क्या है? To promote the use of INR and IDR bilaterally. Option B is the right answer. The MOU aims to promote the use of INR and IDR bilaterally. It covers all current accounts transactions, permissible capital account transactions, and other economic and financial transactions as agreed upon by both countries. This framework would enable exporters and importers to invoice and pay in their respective domestic currencies, which is turn would enable the development of an INR ideal foreign exchange market. The MOU was signed by the former governor of RBI, Sri Saktikanta Das, and the governor of Bank Indonesia, Mr. Perry Warjio. Next question. Why did the RBI सुपरसीड द बोर्ड ऑफ अभ्युदय कोऑपरेटिव बैंक? तो आरबीआई ने अभ्युदय सहकारी बैंक के बोर्ड को क्यों हटा दिया? ड्यू टू पुअर गवर्नेंस. ऑप्शन बी इज द राइट आंसर. आरबीआई हैज reconstituted the committee of advisors of the Abhyuday Cooperative Bank. This committee is expected to assist the administrator Sri Satyaprakash Pathak in managing the affairs of the bank. The RBI had superseded the board of Abhyuday Cooperative Bank due to concerns about poor governance and appointed an administrator to manage the affairs of the lender. The bank was allowed to continue its normal banking activities. सेम कंटेंट आपको हिंदी में मिलेगा, आप देख सकते हैं. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. द Omnibus framework issued by the RBI contains broad parameters for what? तो RBI द्वारा जारी Omnibus framework में किसके लिए व्यापक मापदंड शामिल हैं? राइट आंसर हो जाएगा Recognizing Self Regulatory Organization SROs. ठीक है, option A is the right answer. The Omnibus framework contains broad parameters such as objective, responsibility, eligibility criteria, governance standard, application process, and their basic conditions for granting recognitions. These parameters will common for any SRO proposed to be recognized by the RBI. Other sector-specific guidelines like the number of SROs, membership, etc. will be issued separately by the respective department of the RBI whenever a sectoral SRO is intended to be set up. Next question. According to the RBI annual report on embezzlement scheme, which RBI office has received highest complaint? Right answer Chandigarh. तो आरबीआई के लोकपाल योजनाओं पर वार्षिक रिपोर्ट के अनुसार चंडीगढ़ आरबीआई कार्यालय को सबसे अधिक शिकायतें प्राप्त हुई हैं. इट इज ऑब्जर्व दैट द स्टेट्स यूटीज ऑफ चंडीगढ़, एनसीटीओ ऑफ दिल्ली, हरियाणा, राजस्थान एंड गुजरात वर द top 5 contributors to embezzlement complaints, while the states of Mizoram, Nagaland, Meghalaya, Manipur and Arunachal Pradesh were the lowest contributors during the year. That is, RBI hosted the annual conference of the RBI embezzlement in Mumbai. The conference theme created on protecting the consumers, building robust system and procedures. The report highlighted a significant surge over 68% in complaints filed under the Reserve Bank embezzlement scheme during the fiscal year 22-23, totaling 7.03 lakh. Next question. क्या बोला गया नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन में? फाइनेंशियल लिटरेसी वीक वाज शेड्यूल्ड फ्रॉम February 26 to 1st of March 2024. It has been observed every year since 2016. तो वित्तीय साक्षरता सप्ताह 26 फरवरी से 1 मार्च 2024 तक मनाया गया है. यह कब से हर साल मनाया जा रहा है? तो 2016 से मनाया जा रहा है. रिजर्व बैंक ऑफ इंडिया हैज ऑब्जर्व द फाइनेंशियल लिटरेसी वीक फ्रॉम February 26 to March 1st 2024 ऑन द थीम मेक अ राइट स्टार्ट बिकम फाइनेंशियली स्मार्ट. तो थीम है मेक अ राइट स्टार्ट बिकम फाइनेंशियली स्मार्ट. FMW Financial Literacy Week has been observed every year since 2016 with the aim of promoting financial literacy. The focus area include saving and power of compounding, banking essential for students, and digital and cyber hygiene, aligning with the objectives of the National Strategy for Financial Education 2020 to 2025. Next question. The Reserve Bank of India has asked Paytm Payments Bank Limited to stop onboarding new clients immediately as per Section 35A of the Banking Regulation Act 1949. When was the PPBL founded? 2017. RBI has instructed Paytm Payments Bank Limited to cease onboarding new clients immediately to accordance with its authority under Section 35A of the Banking Regulation Act 1949. After February 29, 2024, no more deposit, credit transactions, top-ups, withdraw will be permitted in any customer accounts, prepaid card, wallet, FASTag, NCMC card, etc. as per the RBI circular post from August 2023. The RBI has ordered the payment bank subsidiary of the Paytm to halt the acceptance of fresh deposit in its accounts and popular wallets from March onwards. Paytm Payments Bank is 49% owned by Paytm parent organization 197 Communication, with the remaining 51% held by Paytm Chief Executive and Founder Vijay Shekhar Sharma. The payment bank is permitted to accept small deposit up to rupees 2 lakh, but is prohibited from lending. इसके अदर पॉइंट्स भी आपको मिल जाएंगे, इनको आप पीडीएफ में या वीडियो को पॉज करके जैसे सुटेबल है वैसे देख सकते हैं। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन में क्या बोला गया है, threats supported by the Reserve Bank of India has seen an increase in invoice financing from lenders in 2023. Threats was launched by the RBI in which year? 2018. Option D is the right answer. RBI backed invoice discounting platform TRADES. What is the full form of TRADES? Trade Receivable Electronic Discounting System has reported a jump in invoices financed by lenders in 2023. The electronic platform facilitates easy access to credit for small businesses that are vendors to large corporations. TRADES was launched by the RBI in 2018. While it was slow to scale, initially traction has started picking up with banks and non-banking lenders participating in the ecosystem. Currently, there are 3 entities licensed by the RBI to offer service: M1 Exchange, Invoice Smart, and Receivables Exchange of India. While initially TRADES was mainly used by public sector enterprises, now private companies have started joining the ecosystem. Same content आपको मिल जाएगा हिंदी में इन सारे पॉइंट्स के साथ। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, RBI has directed major international payment providers Visa and which card to suspend card-based commercial transactions between small and large firms. क्या राइट आंसर हो जाएगा? मास्टर कार्ड, ऑप्शन सी। तो आरबीआई ने प्रमुख अंतरराष्ट्रीय भुगतान प्रदाताओं वीजा और किस कार्ड को छोटी और बड़ी फर्मों के बीच कार्ड आधारित वाणिज्यिक लेनदेन को निलंबित करने का निर्देश दिया है? वो दिया है मास्टर कार्ड को। RBI has instructed major international payment players Visa and MasterCard to help card-based commercial transactions conducted by both small and large businesses. Reason for action: the directives from RBI arises from concerns related to compliance with KYC regulations. Next question. Which section of the Amendment RBI Act of 1934 authorized the central government to form a 6-member monetary policy committee? Right answer, section 45ZB. Option C is the right answer. Under section 45ZB of the Amendment RBI Act 1934, the central government is empowered to constitute a 6-member monetary policy committee. MPC will determine the policy interest rate required to achieve the inflation target. The first such MPC was constituted in September 2016. Next question. The RBI, the Reserve Bank of India, RBI, has increased the annual remunerations limit for non-executive directors in private sector banks from how many lakh to rupees 30 lakh? Right answer, rupees 20 lakh. RBI ने निजी क्षेत्रों के बैंकों में गैर कार्यकारी निदेशकों के लिए वार्षिक पारिश्रमिक सीमा कितने लाख से बढ़ाकर 30 लाख कर दी है? तो वो कर दी है 20 लाख से बढ़ाकर 30 लाख। RBI has revised upwards the ceiling in respect of remunerations of non-executive directors other than the chair of the board at 2 rupees 30 lakh per annum from rupees 20 lakh. The revised ceiling applies to NEDs of private sector banks. It also applies to NEDs of small finance banks and payments bank. Additionally, it is applicable to the wholly owned subsidiary of foreign banks. Next question. In exercising its authority under which section of the RBI Reserve Bank of India Act 1934 did the Reserve Bank of India cancel the certificate of registrations of 3 non-banking financing firms? Right answer हो जाएगा section 45IA6. Option A is the right answer. RBI in the exercise of power conferred on its under section 45IA of the RBI Act 1934 has cancelled the certificate of registration of 3 non-banking finance companies NBFCs. These 3 NBFCs are Bharatu Investment and Finance India, Cox and Kings Financial Services, PSPL Enterprises Private Limited. सेम कंटेंट आपको मिल जाएगा अदर पॉइंट्स के साथ। आप देख सकते हैं इन अ सेपरेट नोटिफिकेशन आरबीआई स्टेटेड दैट 9 एनबीएफसी एंड 1 हाउसिंग फाइनेंस कंपनी सरेंडर्ड देयर लाइसेंस। Reliance Home Finance Limited surrendered its license after exiting the housing finance institutions business. Among the 9 NBFC, Smile Microfinance, JFC Impex Private Limited, Cowry Tradefin Private Limited, and Guinea Tradefin Limited surrendered their license after exiting from businesses. JG Trading and Investment Private Limited, SK Finserv Private Limited, Microfirm Capital Private Limited, Bohra and Corporation Private Limited, and Microgrow Finance Private Limited surrendered their license as they ceased to be legal entities after amalgamation, merger, dissolutions, voluntary strike off, etc. Next question. What is the projected dividend income from the RBI and public sector financial institutions for the financial year 2025? Rupees 1.02 lakh crore. Option B is the right answer of this question. The government has projected a dividend income of rupees 1.0 lakh crore from the RBI and public sector financial institutions for the financial year 2025. This is the slightly lower than the estimated rupees 1.0 lakh crore than that the government is set to earn in the current fiscal year. The increase in the current fiscal year estimate is due to the RBI paying dividend of rupees 87,416 crore in May last year. Next question. What is the maximum percentage of the paid up share capital for voting right that HDFC Bank can acquire in the 6 banks? 9.5% is the right answer. These banks are Axis Bank, Suryoday Small Finance Bank, ICICI Bank, Bandhan Bank, Yes Bank, and IndusInd Bank. The term aggregate holding includes shareholding by the bank and entities under the management control mutual fund trustees and promoters group entities. The approval was granted following application made by HDFC Bank to the RBI on December 18, 2023. The RBI approval is valid for a period of 1 year from the date of RBI letter, which is until February 4, 2025. HDFC Bank must ensure that the aggregate holding in these 6 banks does not exceed 9.50% of the paid up share capital or voting rights of the respective banks at all times. सेम कंटेंट आपको यहाँ पे मिल जाएगा सेम पॉइंट्स के साथ हिंदी में आप देख सकते हैं। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. Which company is the first enterprises SaaS player to receive the payment aggregator license from RBI? Right answer है Zoho. RBI से भुगतान एग्रीगेटर लाइसेंस प्राप्त करने वाली पहली एंटरप्राइज SaaS कंपनी कौन सी है? वो है Zoho. RBI has granted final authorizations to Zoho, Juspay, and Decentro to operate as a payment aggregator. This approval allows these companies to provide payment services to online merchants by accepting payments from customers. Zoho, a software as a service startup, received the payment aggregator license on February 2nd. It is the first enterprise SaaS player to get this note from the RBI. Juspay and Decentro received the final license to operate as a payment aggregator on February 6. Next question. What recent amendment has the Reserve Bank of India made to its master directions on prepaid payment instruments? Right answer हो जाएगा it allows authorized bank and non-bank issuer to issue PPI. Option B right answer हो जाएगा it allows authorized banks and non-bank issuer to issue PPI for making payments across various public transport system. The Reserve Bank of India has recently made an amendment to its master directions on prepaid payment instrument. This amendment allows authorized bank as non-bank issuer to issue PPI for making payment across various public transport system. Public transport system across India cater to a multiple of commuters on a daily basis. The aim of this amendment is to provide convenience, speed, affordability, and safety of its digital modes of payment to these commuters to transit services. These instructions were issued under Section 18, read with Section 10 of the Payment and Settlement System Act 2007 and came into effect immediately. Next question. RBI economist proposes a new criterions, the DTI ratio to assess borrowers credit worthiness. What is T in DTI? Right answer हो जाएगा option D. 2. DTI DAP 2 income is the full form of DTI. In a bid to fortify the stability of the financial system, policy researches and advocating for the inclusion of a new parameter, the DTI ratio, when evaluating the credit worthiness of individuals seeking retail loans, the prevent potential adverse impact on the overall system, according to a research paper released by economists at the Reserve Bank of India. First, utilization of technology, flexibility for borrowers and macroprudential tools. Next, mitigating systematic risk and different risk weight. सेम कंटेंट आपको हिंदी में मिलेगा, आप देख सकते हैं ये सारे पॉइंट्स आपको यहाँ पे हिंदी में भी मिलेंगे पीडीएफ परचेज करके या वीडियो को पॉज करके. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. Zomato Payment receives RBI approval to operate as an online payment aggregator in 2023. Zomato partnered with which bank to establish its own UPI offering? Zomato UPI. ICICI Bank. Option A is the right answer. Zomato Payments, a wholly owned subsidiary of Zomato Limited, has received a certificate of authorizations from the Reserve Bank of India to operate as an online payment aggregator. In an exchange filling the food delivery platform stated, the central bank has allowed it to carry out the businesses as payment aggregator and issuer of prepaid payment instruments with effect from 24th of January 2024. Last year, Zomato had joined hands with ICICI Bank to launch its own UPI offering, Zomato UPI. ये सारे ही पॉइंट जो इंग्लिश में दिए गए हैं वो आपको हिंदी में भी मिल जाएंगे, वो आप देख सकते हैं सेम पॉइंट. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन है, what percentage of urban cooperative bank have a minimum capital to risk weighted asset ratio will be included in the second schedule by the Reserve Bank of India? 3% is the right answer. Option B. RBI has revised the eligibility criteria for the inclusion of urban cooperative banks in the second schedule of the Reserve Bank of India Act 1934. This decision has taken by the central bank in order to bring urban cooperative banks under the ambit of the revised regulatory framework. First, capital requirements for inclusion, additional criteria, regulatory and supervisory compliance, eligibility for licensed tier 3 and tier 4 UCBs. Same content Hindi mein. Next question. RBI prepares tougher rules for housing finance companies that takes deposit. How many months will be the maximum durations that HFCs can take deposit for before it is shortened to 260 months? Right answer 120 months. RBI ने जमा राशि लेने वाली हाउसिंग फाइनेंस कंपनियों के लिए सख्त नियम तैयार किए हैं. इसे घटाकर 60 महीने करने से पहले एचएफसी द्वारा जमा राशि लेने की अधिकतम अवधि कितने महीने होगी? 120 महीने होगी. ये सारे पॉइंट्स आपको दिए गए हैं, इंपॉर्टेंट है, इनको लाइन बाय लाइन पढ़ना है. क्वेश्चंस जो है वो कंटेंट से भी पूछे जाते हैं. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. द आरबीआई हैज प्रोवाइडेड guidelines as mentioned in the circular annex for the requesting permissions of matter relating the reappointment of removal of statutory auditors under which section of the Banking Regulation Act 1949 section 30 is the right answer. Option C. RBI has issued guidelines for appointing and reappointing auditors for the state and central cooperative banks. These guidelines are applicable for accounting periods commencing on 1st of April 2024. The Banking Regulation Act 2020 is now effect for rural cooperative banks, state cooperative banks and central cooperative banks from 1st of April 2021. ये सारे ही पॉइंट्स आपको दिए गए हैं जो एग्जाम्स के पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से इंपॉर्टेंट है. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन पे हम चलेंगे. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन में क्या बोला गया है? How many years has Michael Patra, the deputy owner of the RBI, been reappointed by the appointment committee of the cabinet? ACC. राइट आंसर क्या हो जाएगा इसका? ऑप्शन ए 1 इज द राइट आंसर. आरबीआई के डेप्यूटी गवर्नर माइकल पत्रा को कैबिनेट की नियुक्ति समिति द्वारा 1 वर्ष के लिए पुनः नियुक्त किया गया है. द अपॉइंटमेंट कमेटी ऑफ द आरबीआई Committee of the Cabinet has approved the reappointment of the RBI Deputy Governor Michael Patra for 1 year. Reappointment will be effective from 15th of January 2024. The term was scheduled to end of January 14, 2023 as per the website. Next question. RBI establishes tighter guidelines for non-convertible debentures and short-term commercial papers. How many significant modifications are included in the new rules which take effect on 1st of April 2024? Option C 6 is the right answer. RBI has tightened the rules for the issuance of short-term commercial papers as non-convertible debentures with an initial maturity of up to 1 year. The norms are effective from 1st April 2024 and include 6 key changes: commercial papers and unsecured money market instruments issued in the form of promissory notes. First, non-convertible debentures, eligibility for investment, tenor restrictions, minimum denominations and settlement, form of issuance and holding, individual subscriptions limit. Next question. The digital payment app for the Tata Group, Tata Payment, has received a payment aggregator license from the RBI. Which of the following payment gateway is not integrated with Tata Pay? Right answer, Paytm. Tata Payment has through Tata Digital aims to facilitate e-commerce transactions through its platform. The Tata Payment operates under Tata Digital, the subsidiary entity of Tata Group dedicated to its digital businesses. First, industry players, transaction management, डिजियो लाइसेंस, ये सारे ही कंटेंट आपको मिल जाएंगे हिंदी में भी सारे पॉइंट्स के साथ. चलेंगे नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन पे. RBI clarifies the word political exposed persons to comply with FATF guidelines. How many countries are members of the FATF? 40 countries. Okay. FATF has 40 members, which includes 38 jurisdictions and 2 regional organizations, Gulf Cooperation Council and European Commissions. The RBI updates KYC norms for politically exposed persons who transact with regulated entities seeking comply with the recommendation of the FATF. ये सारे ही पॉइंट्स आप देख सकते हैं. इंपॉर्टेंट इंफॉर्मेशन रिगार्डिंग द FATF. Established in 1989, headquarters Paris, France, FATF is an intergovernmental policy making and standard setting body dedicated to combating money laundering and terrorist financing. In 2001, its mandated expanded to include terrorism financing. FATF members include 39 countries, including the US, China, Saudi Arabia, Britain, Germany, France, and EU as such. India becomes a member of FATF in 2010. FATF has 2 types of list: blacklist countries known as the non-cooperative countries as territories are put on the blacklist. These countries support terror funding and money laundering. 3 countries, North Korea, Iran, and Myanmar, are currently on FATF blacklist. Grey list countries are the considered safe haven for supporting terror funding and money laundering are put on the FATF grey list. This inclusion serves as a warning to the countries that it may enter the blacklist. Next question. The RBI managed DEF fund will require banks to publish information about unclaimed deposit on a regular basis on their websites and in branch location. What does the E stands for in DEA? Right answer, education. Penalty waiver for inoperative accounts, comprehensive framework guidelines, applicability and effective dates. Public disclosure or unclaimed deposit, a long-term unclaimed balance transfer, regulatory authority. Next question. RBI gave ICICI AMC permissions to purchase a 9.95% interest in Equitas Small Finance Bank and which bank? Right answer, RVL Bank. Option C is the right answer of this question. Federal Bank stated that the Reserve Bank of India and accorded approval to ICICI Prudential Asset Management Company Limited for acquiring up to 9.95% stake in the bank. The approval granted the RBI is subject to compliance with the relevant provisions of the Banking Regulation Act 1949. RBI must the directions and guidelines on acquisitions and holding of shares or voting rights in the banking companies dated 16th of Jan 2023. Meanwhile, RBI also approval to ICICI AMC acquire 9.95% stake in RBL Bank and Equitas Small Finance Bank. Important information regarding the Federal Bank, RBI Bank and Equitas Small Finance Bank. Next question. Who are the partners in the Build for Billions Startup Accelerator Program? Right answer, D-SIB and the Indian School of Business, Reserve Bank Innovation Hub and Union Bank of India. Option A is the right answer. On 13th of January 2024, D-SIB at the Indian School of Business in partnership with the Reserve Bank Innovation Hub and Union Bank of India launched a startup accelerator program called Build for Billions. ये कुछ इंपॉर्टेंट आप लोगों को दी गई है इंफॉर्मेशन, आप देख सकते हैं. पॉलिसी रेट्स, लैंडिंग डिपॉजिट रेट्स. तो करंट में आपने जरूर देख के जाना है. पॉलिसी रेट 6.50, ये एज ऑन 4th of January 2025 के अकॉर्डिंग है। स्टैंडिंग डिपॉजिट फैसिलिटी रेट 6.25, मार्जिनल स्टैंडिंग फैसिलिटी रेट 6.75%, बैंक रेट 6.75%, फिक्स्ड रिवर्स रेपो रेट 3.35%, CRR 4% और SLR 18%, बेस रेट 9.10 से 10.40%, MCLR 8.15 से 8.45%, सेविंग डिपॉजिट रेट 2.70 से 3% एंड टर्म डिपॉजिट रेट 6% टू 7.25%। तो ये करंट है, ये टाइम टू टाइम चेंज होते रहता है। अगर आपने अभी एग्जाम रिसेंट में देने जाना है तो आप देख के जा सकते हैं और करंट चेक करने के लिए आप लोग क्लिक कर सकते हैं, ठीक है। जो करंट रेट चल रहे हैं वो ये टाइम टू टाइम चेंज होते रहते हैं, इसलिए अपडेट होके जाना है। तो ये था हमारा कंप्लीट RBI सर्कुलर 1 ईयर का। आप लोगों के लिए हेल्पफुल रहेगा एग्जाम्स के पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से। PDF आप लोग परचेज कर सकते हैं, वीडियो आप लोग देख सकते हैं, और अगर आपको कुछ भी हेल्पफुल लगे तो आप प्लीज वीडियो को शेयर करके अदर स्टूडेंट्स को चैनल का नाम जरूर बताइए। और PDF परचेज करने के रिगार्डिंग जो भी आपकी क्वेरी है, ये व्हाट्सएप नंबर है, आप लोग क्वेरी कर सकते हैं। डिफरेंट सोशल मीडिया प्लेटफॉर्म पे आप लोग ज्वाइन कर सकते हैं, इन सभी का लिंक आपको नीचे दिए गए हैं। तो आज के लिए बस इतना ही, जल्दी मिलते हैं हमारी नेक्स्ट क्लास में। तब तक के लिए बाय बाय, टेक केयर, थैंक यू, थैंक्स फॉर वॉचिंग।